Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the BISH, BASH, BOSH podcast. This is episode 11 of this fantastic series. I am your host. I know.
Crazy shit. Oh my God. Yep. Go ahead.
No. You was in the wrong.
Do your intro.
Okay, sorry. Okay. I used to be the host with the most, and now will be the host with the most again. Is Retro Wolf Live, aka Malk, and on my left-hand side on the screen is the lovely trans gamer girl. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. All the love to everybody. Love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Y'all are amazing. Everybody who's here, at least. There is a slight echo in my ears, which is weird. Is it on your end?
A slight echo should be stopped now.
Is it stopped? No more echo. Echo's gone. Yay! Awesome.
That was some technical faults from my end, which I should have checked.
Happens.
So it always happens.
So before we go too crazy, I want to before we get too crazy in this, I do have a couple things that I want to say.
Okay.
Because I had some people who gave me follows, and I want to shout those people out because they are amazing for being, popping into my channel and saying, hey, who's this chick? Let's go do this. And that would be, so Pollen Puffs had given me hydrates 5 days ago, which was awesome. Pollen Puffs also followed me. Dash Dev followed me. Zala followed me. Zala Blossom. Leroy Boys followed me 5 days ago. Thorn Crystal resubscribed 5 days ago. Also, 3 days ago, The Saint followed me. Thank you so much for that follow. And 10 hours ago, Wow Amaze followed me. Thank you guys. All the love to you guys. Thank you for all that love, all that support. I appreciate it. And so now I'm good. And I'm Trans Gamer Girl, by the way. So
that was the best introduction I have ever heard since I've done this podcast from the start. While you've done that, I might as well do mine as well. But I only got a few, to be fair. So,
yes.
Rose Lika, if that's how you pronounce it, thank you for the follow. Thank you to, if you missed out on Thursday night, we did the GTA racing with Shiny Cat as well. So it should be a classic. And also, because we're building up to that GTA moment as well. This person who I would give all my time. She's absolutely amazing. She's one of the bestest mates that I've ever met of Shani XB. I call her Jess Ramsey. We'll give you more info about how it all started with that Jess Ramsey moments, but let's not wait any longer. Here we go. Can I introduce you to the legendary, and I will say that super Midlands massive legendary of purplebot101. How you doing, Jess?
Hi.
How you doing?
How are you today? How are you today?
I'm good. You guys?
Yes, not too bad. Not too bad.
I had some drinks last night, so I'm on that hydrate today. So everybody who's in that chat, if you want to hit me with hydrates, I'm actually using hydration drinks. So there you go.
I will say this now. Whenever there's a hydrate at either mine or at Trance's, we will do it for every single one. So it's
all of
me.
Us.
So I'm taking over from Trance. I'll be carrying on with the drinking.
Well, I don't have a hydrate yet. That was my own personal hydrate.
No, but I've started the free hydrate.
I made myself hydrate.
I've made myself hydrate as well. So, Jess, are you nervous tonight with the podcast at all?
No, just stressed out trying to get this bloody laptop to work, but I'm fine now. It's all working.
Oh, cool. Hey, GG, thank you for the hydrate. Chloe, hello.
Hi, Chloe. Hydrate. Hydrate. Let's go.
I'm probably getting drunk at the end of this podcast.
He probably will be. I won't be. I was drunk last night. He won't. He will probably be drunk.
Yeah.
I'm expecting this.
So, have you watched much of the podcast, Jess? Or this is the first time you've ever done a podcast completely?
First time I've ever done a podcast completely. I have tried to catch your guys, but it just clashes with COD.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fair. That's fair. That's a completely respectable answer. Okay.
So yeah. Or bingo, one or the other. It's COD or bingo. So.
Oh, or bingo. Nice.
I want everyone to hear all the bingo to kick in as well. So
hi, Chloe. Nice to meet you. Trance over here. Good to see you. Thank you for popping into Malk's chat. And Gigi, I see you there. You have 3.5 worth of hydrates. Let's go. Let's do it. Because Trance needs to rehydrate because she got a little wasted last night. So let's go for it.
And you saying I'm passing the mantle like from you to me now. I know your
turn.
It's my turn now. Chloe says I love bingo. So she loves bingo as well. So
who doesn't?
I know, right? Bingo is one of those games I think everybody loves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
don't care who you are.
Nah, absolutely not. So here we go. Without any further ado, this is what we do with the podcast. Now you probably think, how does it all work? Well, if you haven't watched it, catch up. It's on Spotify as well, up to episode 6. I need to upload the rest of the other episodes later on this month.
And on our channels, up to episode 10, which was last week's. So
yes, that's what I'm trying to aim for. And this week as well. So there we go. So how it all does with the podcast itself. So you know what I mean, don't you? So
it's all good. It's all good.
It's kicking in. There's 4
Rewind
segments. Yeah. So there we go. Segment 1 is the PC console news, which will talk about the latest news of what's been happening during the week up to the 21st of August 2021 as well. And then also there will be hopefully that all those discussions should be leading up to the main one, which should be the main discussion of the main topic itself. And then we got the segment 3, which the lovely trans gamer girl will be doing the questions and asking the questions to the legendary, and I'll say this, aka Jess Ramsey, purplebot101 as well.
That's me. I'm trans gamer girl. Yeah.
I did not expect that. I did not expect that answer at all.
Love you, Jess.
Yeah.
I'm Purplebot. So yeah.
Yeah, she's Purplebot. I'm trans.
I know.
We're good. This is now clear.
Yeah,
for everybody who's watching.
I'm glad everything's all clear, to be fair. So, and then we got the Ask Us Anything. So you can ask either me, trans on my left, or Purplebot on the bottom on the screen, or on the audio. Just listen to us out as well either on the Spotify or any of the other social medias of Apple Podcasts as well. So they're all on there. So check it out, guys. Please check it out. So here we go. We won't wait any longer. We're going to go straight in to the first segment. Is the lovely PC console news. So this is going to be talking about the latest news, what's been building up. I have seen your hydrate, GG. There you go. I'm going to kick in.
How many we got? How many? One?
Yeah, just the one at the minute.
Just the one. Okay, here's the one.
Chloe, thank you. This is a lovely introduction. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I feel privileged. I'm getting blushed now.
Special.
Getting blushed
now. You
now.
worked hard on those introductions.
I do. I try my hardest. To be fair, if I don't, I'll just retire. To be fair,
you're gonna retire from introductions.
Yeah, I'm retiring from introductions as well.
Okay.
Just a tad. To be fair, so let me just get the documents ready. I should have got it ready.
You should have already had this ready, Malk. You should know by now. We're 11 weeks into the show, dude. You should know by now.
Yeah, I know. Don't hurt me, please.
I'm just slacking, Malk.
I know I'm slacking. I know. I'm a
He's
bloke.
slacking so hard.
I'm a bloke. You should know this. Here we go. So coming up to week of August 2021. We're going to talk about the Call of Duty Vanguard, which is a post-World War II game about hunting down Hitler's successor. And that's been sourced by the PC Gamer side. So check it out, guys, as well. And it's set in World War II. I am not surprised that we're going to go back to World War II again, because I feel like that's the best mode, I think, personally. Returning for the 7th time. I can't believe we've gone back there 7 times. It's just mad, to be fair. And then, and also, what was it now? The developer Sledgehammer Sledgehammer Games has not led development since COD World War II in 2017 and is setting most of the campaign after the official end of the war. Allies learned of a plan called Project Phoenix to facilitate Hitler's successor. The main villain is fictional Heinrich Friesinger, if that's how you pronounce it, Friesinger,
Fry. I think it's Fry.
Freisinger, based on real Gestapo, if that's how you pronounce it, operative Heinrich Müller. Vanguard's hook lies in this being a new concept at the end of World War II. So, before we carry on more about that, are you guys looking forward to the World War II game of Vanguard as well?
Yes.
What about you guys as well?
I am, very much so. I have gotten, it's been a while since I've been into COD. Warzone has kind of reignited my excitement about COD and stuff. So it's kind of cool. I'm glad that they're going back to World War II. I know it's a really popular setting. And I mean, it's cool. It looks like they're going to have a really cool hook for this story. And I'm excited about it. It looks like it's great. I've already talked to some other people who are super stoked about it. Like I have friends that are in the GTA RP with me and they were talking about how awesome it looks. And yeah, so it's going to be, it's getting hyped. That's for sure. It's definitely getting a hype for sure. Hi, Awkward Aries. All the love to you, darling. Thank you for being here this week. I see you in Mouch chat. I see you, girl. I see you.
I got the hydrate kicking in again.
How many?
Another one. I think there was just one. I have stopped it because it would have gone haywire with the hydrates. That's why I've put some timers on as well. Because I know you guys.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. There's no limitations on my hydrates.
You what? Do not go to Trance's channel at all because I'll be gone.
There's no limitations on my hydrates, guys. None.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you. Thank you to everyone that's joined the stream so far. But guys, funny enough, Jess is a massive, massive Call of Duty fan.
She is.
And what's your thoughts of the game itself, like from your perspective, coming up soon? Do you feel like they're doing well to get back into the new, like the old era again, or do you prefer something different this time?
Hydrate my chat.
I like the rebirth mode that's on at the minute, like the new little map. I like that more at the moment because in like the actual Warzone itself, there's just too many cheaters and hackers. And it's just so frustrating. So at the moment, I don't play that. So I'm hoping when they sort that out, because apparently they're getting an anti-cheat. Apparently.
In speech marks.
Yes, apparently, we say, because they've been getting an anti-cheat for quite some time and it's not really worked. They threw a ban hammer down and banned like 80,000 accounts, but didn't really do anything. The hacks got better. So hopefully, as long as they sort the hacking out, I'm hopeful that it will be good, because until they sort the hacking out, so many people have left, like playing Warzone at the moment, and a lot of people have gone over to Apex instead.
Yes. Yeah.
So hopefully, as long as they sort that out, get the anti-cheat in, it could be really bloody good.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think. Just reading some of the comments as well. We'll get to you in a minute, guys. I promise you that. But regarding like the rebirth, I haven't played the rebirth. I can't comment on that. But I do love like the old COD series, and I always have been. And I've recently brought like the Cold War as well, because I've heard rumors about the Warzone being hackers galore, shall we say?
Yeah.
And it's not. It's
pretty rampant.
Yeah, and it takes. Yeah, I can understand people trying to ruin it for everyone's fun, shall we say, but it's really annoying from everyone's perspective, because they, especially like when you grind like 50 hours or 100 hours of COD, and then you found out that someone's just hacked it just to get like the loads of the guns or loads of the like the If you remember back in the old Modern Warfare series, not the original Modern Warfare series. Yeah. I remember you have to go through all 52 ranks. When you get to the last one, you have to go all the way back down to one, but you'll get like 10 levels of it. So there's
you prestige.
Prestige, that's the one I was after.
Yeah.
But it's
so okay. Quick things before we go much further. You got a whole bunch of stuff on your chat. We'll get to that in a minute. I do want to say hi to Luke. Thank you for being here. Aries said, "Hope you're having an amazing day." I am having an amazing day. I hope you're having an amazing day, Aries. All the love to you, darling. Luke says Vanguard had the most boring reveal trailer. I have not seen the reveal trailer. There is a link where, in the thing we're going to talk about, it's on YouTube. You can watch it if you want. And Awkward Aries is now showing the love with a lurk. Thank you for your support, Awkward. Love you to death, girl.
Absolutely, thank you. And I'm just going to get back there quickly. I've done the hydrate, I've done the stretch from your GG. Chloe says, same. I prefer Rebirth for the very same reasons. Hi, Shani, how you doing? Love you, girl. How you doing? Chloe says, I watched a hack shooting through brick walls, 18 kills, and they won. It was crazy. I know.
What? Oh my god.
That's what I've heard. Aries says, I hate Warzone so much, full of hackers and toxic people. Definitely toxic people, Chloe says, especially being a woman as well. This is what I was saying before. I feel bad for, especially for all the women as well, because they just want to play COD. They just want to have fun. They just want to enjoy playing games. They don't want to get bastard toxic people.
You just got to take everything they say with a pinch of salt, because at the end of the day, if you turn out to be better than that bloke, and it's like, they're going to have their ego battered a little bit, aren't they? Because if a girl's just out-killed them, outranked them, they do get very salty. So you just got to learn to either bite your tongue or snap back or kill them with kindness. It's the only way to do it. Even ignoring them, it just eggs them on even more, especially when they're on your own team. That is the most frustrating part, is when you're getting hounded and they're supposed to be on your team. And it's some men are just stupid.
Yeah, well, I
some are.
Some. I'm just a nice guy.
I'm just saying that some men are stupid. Well, most of them, but some are just even more stupid than the others.
I do agree, and it's just not. That's just what I was saying with the other episode back in. If you remember, translate the equality as well, because it's not fair. Like you guys want to have fun, don't you? You just want to have a good time.
Yeah, we want to have fun.
But to be fair, all the people I game with are guys.
Yeah,
I don't game with any girls on there really, because I don't find any that kind of click. They're either really quiet or they're just
mouthy.
Knobheads. Just knobheads. Just. They're either really quiet and you can't play a game without communication, or they're just complete knobheads that act like they're great, but they're really not. And then, they get really annoying. So I'd rather game with guys than girls when it comes to COD.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, thank you for the lurk, Aries. Absolute ledge. GG says, I've never played COD, but my friends do, and they get so angry over how many hackers there are. I have zero interest in being part in that negativity. Lol.
Yeah, and then negativity gets heavy. It really does.
Absolutely. And then GG tops it off with saying, stinky, sweaty boys as well.
Pretty much. Yeah. I got Debella just joined me in my chat. Thank you so much for being here, darling. All the love to you, darling. She says, LMAO, the COD Vanguard reveal was cheeks. So you guys haven't seen it. I haven't. I want to watch it. Just haven't watched it yet. But absolutely. I want to watch it.
I to be fair, I haven't watched it, but I've heard rumours about it and building up to it, and how it comes up from the Cold War series, and then coming into this. I thought this was going to be... obviously, this is going to be banning out with Battlefield. And I can't see unless Vanguard improves the system, I can't see it beating Battlefield this year coming, because it looks absolutely. I will be honest, I've looked at the trailer for Battlefield, and it's absolutely amazing how they've done it. And I don't know if you knew about it from the trailer. There was when a guy comes out of the plane and shoots with a rocket launcher to shoot another plane. Do you remember that part of the scene? Can you remember?
I do not remember that. I did watch the Battlefield trailer, though.
Oh, okay. So there was a part where they come out of the airplane, like the jet, and then they were shooting. They had a rocket launcher, shot another jet, then got himself back into the plane, into the other jet, and it was epic.
That sounds so cool.
Funny enough, that was caught by someone else who actually did that back in the old Battlefield series as well.
What?
There was a clip.
Crazy.
There was a guy that was absolutely like gobsmacked moments as well. And when he saw that he did the exact same moments, he was gone. He was gone like, "Yes, I am famous" for like 10 seconds, and then come
10
back.
whole seconds.
Yeah, 10 whole seconds.
He had his 10 seconds of fame.
That was the absolute manic stuff.
Luke adds, the Warzone hacker situation caused a lot of new traffic to Apex Legends. We were just talking about that, Luke. You're right. And Battlefield is going to outclass COD this gen.
Yes.
And Bella just went all caps and yelled at me saying, Trance, how are you going to do a podcast about gaming and not watch the most anticipated launch trailers? I have seen the Battlefield launch trailer. I did. I saw it when we did the E3 show. I did. I just have not seen this one. I'm getting ready to go back to school, so things have been a little bit hectic for me. And I've been spending a lot of time on GTA RP, so that's where most of my life is being wasted right now. Just saying.
Chloe says, I'm going to be looking guys and gals as I'm going to eat dinner. My first time joining. I must say I'm loving the podcast. No worries.
Awesome.
Thank you for the lurk.
Just keep us running while you eat dinner. We'll keep you laughing. Hopefully you won't choke. We don't want you to choke.
Yeah, absolutely.
That wouldn't be fun.
Oh no, absolutely. Don't do that. You got the as I'm keeping up with the news itself, I can't believe we've done it within 20 minutes itself of the first part of the news. So basically, as I said, Vanguard's hook lies in this being a new concept at the end of World War II. To deal with this whole successive problem, the Allies deploy a squad of 4 specialists from 4 countries, and Arthur Kingsley from Great Britain, Polina Petrova of Soviet Union, Wade Jackson from the US of A, and then you got Lucas Riggs from Australia.
That is a direct quote from the article, by the way. That's why, Malchus, why it's written that way. It's a direct quote from the article. That's what the article. I couldn't find out how best to describe it, so I was like, "Hey, we're just gonna take this from the article." So just so you guys know, that came directly from the article is what they were talking about.
Trans, this is why I love you for saying that, because knowing me, I'll be like, "Where does that come from?" A mission comes along early in the campaign. Trailer is available to watch on the famous YouTube.
On the YT.
Can you do that? Can you do the Y and then there's the T?
Actually, that's a V, but I was getting my hand up so it looked like a Y. It's a Y, kind of a Y. I don't know.
Don't swear at me.
It was weird.
Don't swear at me. She's swearing, guys. Did you see that on the stream? She's trying to swear. She's trying to swear at me with the Y.
I did not. No. Oh my god. Oh my god! I'm gonna bind my fingers so it looks like a Y. I don't know. That sounds like bunny ears, actually.
just don't do the bunny ears. It'd be like, oh, there we go. So, but yeah, I mean, have you seen much on the new Vanguard stuff, Jess? From your point of view, like from your perspective, or are you just going to see how it goes and wait for some more info coming out soon?
Just waiting at the moment. Still,
okay.
Don't know. I'm not ready to go out all out excited on it because we got all out excited for the last, the main event.
Yeah.
Get down. Sorry, one sec. Stop it.
I'm not saying one word. Whatever happens at all.
I think it's a puppy or a fuzzy baby bomb.
No, it is the puppy, and he's trying to eat chocolate that the toddler left lying around.
So, don't eat chocolate. No puppy.
But no, I'm not getting too hyped up about it yet because it could be a complete letdown. Like when they had the big event for the missiles and stuff between blowing up Verdansk. That was the biggest letdown. Like my friend sat in a queue for an hour and I didn't watch it without him, like the event. So I had to wait for over an hour for him to get into the game. And it was like the biggest waste of time ever. So if it is very anticlimactic like that, I will just tell COD to go and piss off and delete my games because I'm not dealing with any more crap like that because it was awful.
COD, you better bring it this time, or else Jess is gonna go full Ramsey on your ass.
They need to go hard or go home. That's it.
That's right. Bring your A game this time.
If not, you are rejected, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I will just stick to GTA and Overcooked. I'm fine with that.
That's
Yep.
We'll come to why we keep saying Jess Ramsey or the Ramsey moments.
We'll get there.
We'll get there, build it up to it, but we just hope we don't actually get activated during the stream itself or the podcast itself. So, well, I hope not. Not to me, anyway. To be fair. So,
It's usually you, though.
Yeah, to be fair. Thank you for the lurk, GG. Thank you so much for the lurk.
Luke says, I mean, COD has nothing but L's lately. I understand. I get what you're saying. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with COD lately. I agree with you. It's pushing people away. It really is.
Absolutely.
I am still playing it, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all good.
That's all good.
It's all good. The next news article after 28 minutes of the stream, 26 minutes of the stream so far, is this is the part where I am absolutely looking forward to, and I saw some clips from it, and I'm absolutely excited. Rockstar, I'll say that again, Rockstar is reportedly remastering its PS2 era Grand Theft Auto trilogy.
Yes.
Yes.
Goya called me out on this last week. He called me out on this. He's like, I can't believe you don't have anything about the trilogy release. And I said, okay, we'll see. I'll look into it. And so I was like, I'm going to put this on this week because Goya called me out on it last week. So I'm putting this in here now. So, but yeah, so hopefully Goya will be joining us and he'll hear that we're talking about the Rockstar trilogy. But I am excited with you as well. This was a great time in GTA. So go ahead, Mel.
I was privileged, and then Trans was like, yes.
I thought Goya did. Oh, you did, Luke? I'm sorry. It was Luke. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Luke. I thought Goya had said it.
Oh,
Goya calls me out on news. He does usually.
You're in trouble now, Trans. You're in trouble now.
I'm sorry, Luke. Please forgive me. All the hearts to you. Please forgive me.
Luke's like, how could you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? Rockstar is reportedly remastering its PS2 era on the Grand Theft Auto trilogy. That article was coming from the Verge, reference from Kotaku, if that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
So, Dundee Studio is working on remastered versions of the three classic eras of the Grand Theft Auto series: Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas as well.
Yes.
This PS2 era trilogy defined a generation of open world games. Absolutely, that right.
It did. So right.
And were three of the biggest games of the console, and it was.
Yeah, they were.
Tentative release date is late October, early November. That's where the hype is going to go massive in the next few months as well. But I hope they don't mess it up and just keep what the format was originally. That's what I'm hoping for. Anyway, so could eventually be released on all platforms, including Google Stadia as well. Current plan is said to be a simultaneous digital release for the three titles across most platforms of this year, with PC and mobile following in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Imagine playing GTA on your mobile phone. That's crazy.
You don't have to answer it twice. Ask it twice. Shall we say? That's just insane stuff, to be fair.
That's crazy, yeah.
And to be fair, I'm speechless. I really am speechless. Remaster is done in Unreal Engine. This is why I absolutely love it, because you probably think, what is Unreal Engine, guys? Unreal Engine is from Epic Games. You can download it by yourself, and you can create your own world. You can create your own features. You can do whatever you want. I feel like I'm doing the promotion episode again because of the Unreal Engine.
We're promoting the shit.
Yeah, one source says they look like heavily modded versions of the games, and it does. I've seen the trailer for it, and it.
Yeah.
The amount of detail that they've done, I am gobsmacked, because I absolutely loved how they've done it. But I don't know if it was someone did like a clip from someone's modded game and looked like it. If it wasn't, and it was the real deal,
Mm-hmm.
I would just it would be like, show me your money, man. Give me your money, man.
Take my money. Take my money now. Just take it. Just take it.
And then you got the gameplay will be true to the originals. UI will still be classic, which will be good. If this trilogy release goes well, there is a rumor that Dundee will also be releasing a remaster of the original Red Dead Redemption.
Yes, and on that note, we have some comments in the chat from Maya while we're talking about this. Luke, before, on the end of the COD stuff, says hackers, Cold War multiplayer is ass. No real excitement for Vanguard. Things rough. I guess releasing a game every year is biting them in the ass, possibly. And then he yelled at me about messing up me and him and Goya. Bella says, I wonder if the original Red Dead will be next. And that was what I was like, you just give it a minute, Bella. Just give it a minute. We'll get there. Luke says, Teddy would totally fanboy on this segment. And I popped all my socials, and Bella goes 25 FPS on the phone. Yes. So yes, that's all the most of my chat. So yeah, the rumor is that if this goes well, they will be re-releasing RDR as a remaster as well. From what this article has said on The Verge. So
that's
definitely.
It definitely. I am. You could tell by the face if you're watching it on the stream. If you're not from audio, tough. To be fair, basically, it was just absolutely.
Audio can hear you. Audio can hear your happiness.
Yeah, I am excited. I'm excited because Vice City for me and Grand Theft Auto 3 and San Andreas, well, all of them. But Vice City, I got into more than the other two.
Me too. That was my real dip into GTA was Vice City, and I just I fell in love with it. And I knew so many of the quips. I knew the city back and forth. I drove around like a maniac. It was great. Like GTA, the opening for me to GTA was Vice City, and I was all about it.
Absolutely, and it was absolutely insane. The reason why I love about Vice City more was because I could do a mod for the PC version, and you could download the Back to the Future version of it.
Oh, that's cool.
So they did, someone who did it, I can't remember who, but they did like a little story mode, and it built up to get the train, the Jules Verne train, and you could push the Jules Verne train as well as the DeLorean at the same time, and it was just like memories just kicking in as a young child.
Nostalgia, man. Nostalgia. What about you, Jess? Did you play the GTA 3, Vice City, or San Andreas when it was out?
No. I didn't really get into gaming until I was pregnant with my first son, and that was purely because I couldn't get out of the house. So it was kind of the only thing I could do. And then it was just, I very much played zombies and things because I couldn't drive cars. I couldn't shoot people. So I just shot zombies because they couldn't shoot back at you.
Hey, that's a good reason to shoot zombies.
And then, then it all went from there. And then now I'm highly addicted to it and wouldn't ever stop playing. So
fair dues.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it is without doubt for me personally. I'm just excited, and I'll just give me the money, just show me the money, take the money, and I'll just buy it straight away. And
I'll just buy it. I don't care how much it is. I am pre-ordering that shit. It's gonna be at the store for me. I'm gonna go get it as soon as it comes out. I'm gonna be there for the release party.
You know me too well, Trans. You know me too well.
I do know you too well, Mel.
Yeah. But can you imagine? And this was rumors. I don't know if this was 100% true. But can you imagine the hype it would be if you had a massive map of all three of the games plus, and I'll say it again, plus the GTA 5 map at the same time? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine?
Mind blown.
Can you imagine that?
Insane.
That will be a terabyte storage.
I was going to say, that's going to take every bit of space.
Yes. Oh my God.
Can you imagine that? I would like to hear from you, from your chat as well, because I imagine that the hype. If
that would be insane. That would be crazy. Like, that would be weird. It'd be weird and cool and awesome at the same time, but also ridiculously heavy on storage.
It would definitely. But at the same time, it's just can you imagine if you just did all the missions in one area and then you have a plane mission to get from Vice City to San Andreas or GTA 5 or
Luke says, so Miami, LA, and whatever city GTA 3 was. Yes, pretty much. It would be like all connected, which is like, that's going to be like hella hard on the system if that's the case.
It will.
And it's a rumor. I mean, it would be really cool though, because you could just bounce between storylines how you wanted to.
But again, that's just from what I've seen, like throughout the years, and then people were like suggesting, "Oh, can you imagine if you had like this map and this map together?" And someone drew out. I don't know. Again, don't say this is 100% true. This is just from what I've seen.
This is all speculation.
But I'm not sure if it is true from their side. But imagine the hype it would be if we had all three together in one, as one map, and you go from one area to another. And if you, can you imagine from this? Imagine the three maps in this game. Imagine the trilogy, and you only unlock that map if you've done all the missions from that.
Yeah, you can move to the next one.
Yeah.
Luke says, I bet it would be totally doable. RDR2 includes the old area and the new area, which is twice the size of the RD1 part. But it is logical, probably. But is it logical? Probably not. Probably not. But if you fly from place to place, that would just be a way to kind of connect all of the different locations.
Not if you can't fly their stupid planes.
I mean, like if you have, like, hop a flight to San Andreas or hop a flight to Vice City. Like if there was like a prompt for you to get on there, stand on a marker.
That would be good.
Yeah, and that would be like a loading screen option. It would be a really good transition option. That's a good possibility for transition. That's a great time for them to reload the map, load everything up, and then have you see scenes for the next game or whatever. And then while you're waiting for it to load up, it's like you're flying in to the next city.
Can you imagine you're at the airport, three lanes, Liberty City, Vice City.
Yes.
And then we've got San Andreas as well. That way you could get like a prologue build up.
Yeah.
Why didn't they hire us to do all this?
Why didn't they, Malk? We're big now. We're on Spotify.
And we're going places.
Because it would cost them a lot of headaches.
That's true.
Trying to imagine how to put all of that together, like their brains would fry.
Like scrambled eggs, shall we say?
Yeah. Although it does sound really good, as long as you had the option of an airport, obviously, because I can't fly planes and they're a very tricky subject.
I can't either. I'm horrible at it. Luke goes, just fast travel if you can't fly, shaking my head. Like how you're all just mentioning and Della goes, like how you all just mentioning features that are already built into RDR2. But we're just saying, like if they did the trilogy like that, that would be really cool. And Luke goes, LMAO FR for real. So, but it would just be, it's a cool concept for that particular trilogy to connect it all together, put it all on one disk space and still connect it all together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Disk space. Oh my God, what are we in 2000? Digital space.
Vice City. We're going from the 80s to 2000 into San Andreas, and then we're going back in time to 1980.
I said disk space. I'm like, where are we in the 2000s?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought he was on about time travel. Imagine.
No, I was talking about saying the word disk space.
There you go. There's my hearing gone. Old age kicking in. It's just pretty much like, because Vice City was based on the 80s. Was Liberty City on the 90s?
I think so.
And then San Andreas was in 2000s, yeah. So
it was either late 90s, 2000s, somewhere in that area.
So basically, you actually are time traveling, hopping over from one area to another, because you're getting the classic cars, which they cannot be asked to get from one island to another as well. So they'll be stuck in that era. And they would be, and that's fine. You know, if you bounce to your game and you're going to your San Andreas game from your Liberty City game, you take the flight to San Andreas, takes you there. Apparently, you travel forward in time. So, I mean, hey, go figure. Go Rockstar. Make it happen.
The cars that are available in that time frame would not be the same cars that would be available in the 80s. So, I mean, it would be fine if your cars are stuck there as long as your save game is still saved. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, I'm not commenting anything about save games because in case it corrupts afterwards. To be fair, but yeah, I hope it doesn't. Anyway, so we're hitting another 20 minutes of the mark again, so we do apologize.
Okay. We've only got 2 more short ones. I mean, you want me to pick up and help you finish this out real quick, Malk? I can.
You can do this, and I know you love the next one. So I'll let you do that one, but I'll talk about the last one. Is that okay?
Okay.
Come on.
All right. So number three, Lightyear Frontier looks like Stardew Valley with a dash of No Man's Sky. This comes from PC Games, and this is a new game coming out. This game is called Lightyear Frontier, like I said, and it features mech suits on an alien planet, which you must use to tame the wilderness. In this game, you'll be able to build a farm, cultivate crops, protect your farm from weather effects and wild animals, which apparently are herbivores. They probably ain't going to eat you. They just might eat your food. You'll be able to harvest resources to upgrade your mech for further exploration. Alien ruins, an ancient mystery, or eon. I think the article said eons old mystery. So ancient mystery will be incorporated this for a storyline effect, which you can follow along in up to 4-person co-op, just like in Stardew, which is amazing. Trailer is available for viewing now. You can check that out, probably on the YouTubes, most likely. And there is no release yet, but there will be a debut in early access. So if you want to get in on checking this game out, definitely check out, look for Lightyear Frontier and get in on the early access if you want to check that out. And it may even have a Steam page already. I don't know. But this is another one of those wonderful, sim games that are coming out that are very similar to Stardew, which are pretty much at a major high point right now. And but with a little bit of No Man's Sky thrown into it, some people liked No Man's Sky, some people didn't. Some people were disappointed because of the release, but they liked what they did with it later. So this is kind of a cool thing. I think it sounds like fun. It's like space exploration, which is all up my alley. I'm not gonna lie, I love space exploration games. No lie, seriously. I was a Spore fanatic. I wanted to go from itty bitty, protozoan all the way to a multi-cell creature with a high intellect that could travel to planets. That was my thing. So I like these type of games as well. So in my chat, I've got Luke saying Space Farmers, hell yeah, brother. Bella goes Space Wild West, hell yeah, brother. And Shani gives me all the love to you, Shani. Thank you so much. Space Dead Redemption is what Luke said with the hype.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
Put it on now.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I tell you what, didn't Red Dead do... Sorry, I didn't want to spoil the Stardew Valley Thunder or anything like that. I'm so sorry. Trans, don't kill me. I was going to say, Red Dead did do like a zombie game as well, if I remembered it right. It was like an add-on. So basically, they had the original game, and then they did like the Undead I think it was the Undead Nightmare or somewhere in those lines. I can't remember the exact title, but it was pretty much it was like a zombie massacre type stuff, but in the Wild West. Imagine spaced. Imagine like the spaced version of Red Dead, but in zombie mode, like Alien.
That'd be cool. That'd be really alien zombies. What? And then they mutate, and you got to figure out how to kill them. Oh my God! This just happened. Sorry.
We do apologize for any technical difficulties, guys. We will get back to you shortly with the hype kicking in later.
Luke goes Undead Nightmare. He goes, they better do an Undead Nightmare 2. So Jess, I know that simulators aren't your thing, but how do you feel? Does this sound like a little casual game that could be fun a little bit, or is this anything that might be interesting to you at all?
If he's got zombies in, then yeah.
It should have zombies, but I don't think it does right now.
Then no.
Everything's better with zombies. Everything is better with zombies.
Everything. I think, to be honest, I just don't like the simulator games like Sims and things like that because I don't know, I just get really bored easy. I just want to shoot people and like have games. So there's like a task, and then when you don't win, you just restart, and it's just kind of like that. And I don't know.
Well, that's one of the things. Go ahead.
I've never even played Sims. Mind, it's not. I don't know. It's just not something I've ever been into. I get too bored easily.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one reason why I like Stardew, because there's so much to do in Stardew. Like, I mean, you can go into the mines and kill creatures and get more better upgrades with your equipment and stuff. Or you can go fishing and gather fish. There's quests you have to do. There's people that you have to get to know. You can have a relationship. You can have a marriage. You can even have a kid if the RNG lets you. Because it's a luck of the numbers thing. And but I like Stardew like that. But day you do have your daily farming, water your crops, take care of your plants, take care of your animals, all that stuff, take care of all the creatures, and then go do what you want to do. And you have the 2-year. It's a kind of a time limit anyway. You have a 2-year window. I don't know. The article didn't give me much on it since it's so new. Yeah, and it's fun with people. It's fun with other people. You can have so much fun playing with other people.
If you can play with other people, then yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely co-op. I don't know if Lightyear Frontier will feature some of the other stuff. I don't think they're going to want to completely rip off Stardew, because Stardew is our Stardew, and I don't think anything will ever be Stardew ever again. But but Lightyear, it's more modern looking as opposed to the 8-bit look which Stardew has.
Yeah.
From what I saw in the pictures, but I don't think that they would do like a full copy of it. I just think they might have things that might be similar, so you don't get bored, so you're not just farming, so you're not just doing this, that, and the same thing over and over again. You got other things to do, which is why I like that they're throwing in things like a mystery you got to look into, or alien ruins you can go check out. I like that they're doing that as well.
See, that doesn't sound too bad. Really then cool. I'd be more inclined to try it out then.
Yeah I got some notes over here. Luke says Dead Space Farming Simulator. Hell yeah, brother. Manifesting destiny on other planets. Us now, that's true freedom, brother, says Bella. Bella says Sims multiplayer. And Luke goes, that's a scary thought.
Oh my god.
You can kill each other on Sims multiplayer.
No,
you're not eating today. You're going to starve. You're locked in this room.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Toad!
Okay. I'm not going to lie, okay? People do that shit. They do that shit. They will kill their Sims off just for fun.
Absolutely mad seeds, to be fair. But I am dreading if they ever did a Sims multiplayer as well.
Oh my god.
Sims multiplayer is the thing. Guys, if you watch this podcast and wondering what the hell's going on, we are suggesting some new ideas for new games. Please reference
Hit
to us.
Hit us up, game devs. Hit us up. You can reach us at any of our socials, and you can reach us in this podcast.
Thanks, Trans. Thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to.
You had to. You had to.
It was too perfect. Jess, that was too perfect. Come on.
Yes, that definitely was.
It was a perfect moment.
I'm with Trans.
It was
on
great.
This one. Sorry, Malk.
Sorry, Malk. You're outnumbered. That's my karaoke buddy right there. You can't. You're outnumbered, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Karaoke is a bond stronger than friendship.
Yes.
That, again, we'll come back to later on in the podcast itself. Why we call Jess Ramsey and the karaoke girl as well, with Trans Gamer Girl on GTA Racing as well. So,
Bella, quick thing, Bella says, I once built a pool and a wall surrounding it and locked the door on my Sims and let them drown.
Wow.
That's what Bella said. That's what Bella said.
Well, that escalated quickly, to be fair.
I told you, people play Sims sometimes just to kill their Sims. They really do. They want to see what kind of weird things they can do to kill off their Sims. I don't know why.
I think
maybe they're just sadistic. I don't know.
This was the thing that we was going to talk about last week. That streamer, the one that did that weird Simlish, whatever it is. What's the word?
Simlish ASMR.
Simlish. See, I did say part of it. Simlish right. ASMR. That you couldn't understand what they're saying, and you're saying they're probably swearing at us, knowing our look, probably how they're trying to.
EA has made their Sims too smart.
Yeah.
No. Got it. You gotta make it actually sound like it's actually Simlish. Okay.
Go on then, Trance. You do
I had
Simlish.
it last week. Last week.
No, you do it now for the new viewers, if people watching
I'm trying to think of one of the Sim words. Like Dobe. Or Dobe. Or I try to remember. I know Sim words. Like I in the words, like I recognize the sounds. Chibi Wabanu is one of them. Chibi Wabanu. It is. I'm serious. You'll hear them.
Sounds very made up.
It's actually okay. This was what I was talking about last week. Simlish is a combination of like 20 different languages. So you'll hear aspects from different languages.
I struggle with one language. Never mind parts of 20.
It's a mashup. It's just random syllables from different languages. Luke goes, Malk sound like the guy from Plants vs. Zombies. And Bella goes, LMAO for real.
I have never played the game, but I've seen it.
I saw that comment. Be nice. I know you're working right now.
Toads said, except Trance's singing sounds like an injured coyote. Uh-oh. No.
I think Hiki needs to go in the bin.
Uh-oh. I feel bad for Toad.
Luke goes, when the Sims say moose, I felt that.
Moose? Oh my god.
Okay, we're getting off track again. We have one more article to cover, guys. One more.
And we nearly hit the hour mark.
Already. It's okay. The rest of it should go faster, hopefully. We'll see.
We'll find out later on in the stream itself. So, funny enough, the last article that we are going to be talking about, ironically, which we mentioned about a couple of times, is one of these famous streamers, the hot tub streamer of the top Twitch streamer of Amaranth. Says investigators strongly suspect fire at a house was arson. So, and this was the article came from the PC Gamer. So, if people do not know what's happened, this week, the hot tub streamer of Amaranth has had a house being burnt up, or
there was a fire. It was outside. But it was next to her house. Yeah, right there next to her house.
Oh, okay.
It could have set her house on fire. That's how close it
was. So last weekend a fire erupted outside her house. I do apologise. I thought it was the home that she that her fire built up as well. Because that's what I saw from reading the other articles. But
you did? Oh, you might have seen something different than I did. This is what I got. It's probably more updated now, but this is a little older.
I think this might be the correct one from my liking, but the way it interpreted for me, I do apologise to the guys because I'm crap with interpretations and always has been. But I tried to say, I tried from reading it. Basically, it's saying, "Oh, this is the house that was burned." They're like, burnt up and stuff. And to be honest, she said she let fans know in a tweet that she and her pets were not harmed. Possible a swatting attack. That's what it says. People maliciously report a crime in progress at someone else's residence in the hope of triggering a major police response, which can be extremely dangerous.
That's for anybody who doesn't know what swatting is. I'm pretty sure all of us know what swatting is, but if you do not and you're listening to this now, that is what swatting is, just for the record.
Could you repeat that? Could I repeat that again? Just for the once again as well.
Just for the record. I can repeat it.
It's not
swatting,
good.
Yeah, swatting. That's what swatting is.
I just want to hear Trance's response.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, no.
Okay, so they suspect this is a possible swatting attack. And for those who do not know, most of us should know, but those who do not, and I understand if you don't, swatting is when people maliciously report a crime in progress at someone else's residence in hope of triggering a major police response. And this action can be extremely dangerous. There have been people who have died from it, bystanders who have died from it because police swarmed a house, and one guy died with a heart attack because police swarmed his house. But yeah, it's a very dangerous practice. But if you don't know what swatting is, that is what it is. Now you can continue, Milk.
Thanks. Yeah, I've lost my voice now. Basically, investigators strongly suspect the attack was arson as well. So, in quotes from the quote of the article, it says, "This is not the first time something like this has happened." Siragusa tweeted.
That's Amaranth.
Amaranth. Oh, okay, sorry. In 2020, someone tried to shoot fireworks in caps, at my house under the Greece, guys of of July the 4th festivities. Said person was intercepted before he could actually do the act. Caught red-handed though and arrested. Now, if I was a top streamer, well, we would love to be one of the top streamers in the future, especially. Okay, sorry. I'm just saying. So basically, the top streamer. Oh, okay. Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Malk, you always say it's either yes or hell yes. And in this case, it's a hell yeah.
You stole my quote.
You stole my heart.
Oh, look at this. Look at the heart.
Oh! No. Sorry, Jess. This has been an ongoing thing for weeks.
Jess is thinking, what the
She's just like, these two crazy MFers are my friends? What?
Well, Jess already knows I'm crazy anyway. So basically.
I'm crazy too. I'm actually just listening to the story that Malk's on about, because I've not heard of any of this. So I'm actually just intrigued now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've nearly lost what I was about to say. Pretty much. So basically, like I always say, yes or hell yes moments on that.
Yeah.
But I did the heart thing. I did a heart thing by accident on one couple of streams, and Trans spotted me, and she got fuming at me. And that's why I said, "Oh, you stole my heart! How could you?" No. But going back to this, if I was a top streamer, I wouldn't, and we all would love to be the top streamers as well in the near future, but it's not a nice thing to do, especially when you're near someone else, near someone's house. To be fair, that's going to have the swatting, shall we say? But it would shock me. To be fair, if it did happen to my house or to any of the streamers' house, because unless they've done something dodgy, in quotes, dodgy or ridiculously stupid, it's either yes or hell yes dodgy moments, shall we say, that ever happens.
Yeah.
As well. But
the problem is with getting like as a streamer or like a TikTok star, whatever they're called. Influencer. The problem is your address always ends up getting leaked, and it does put you in danger. So sometimes I think it's not even worth being that well known, because it's more danger than it's worth.
It's like celebrities, right? I mean, Twitch, high-profile Twitch streamers and high-profile influencers are effectively celebrities. And celebrities constantly have to deal with paparazzi, with tabloids, with all the stuff that they have to deal with, people leaking information, dangerous situations constantly, because they could be in danger at any moment by an angry fan or an obsessive fan or whatever. So, I mean, and on that note, I understand what you're saying, Malk. As much as it's awesome to be a high-profile person in streaming or influencing, it is a very dangerous thing, because people will find out your information, they will leak it, they will share it, and somebody who just had an issue with you were rude to them in a stream, or you ignored their messages or something, they can and will retaliate, knowing who you are and where you are. That's why I like the guise of anonymity. I never say my real name on stream ever, and so I go by Trance when I'm streaming always. Malk, I only call you Malk because I've known you as Malk for how long?
Decades. Trance.
It feels like it, and we know purplebot is Jess. But that's just because between us we call each other that. So it is what it is. I mean, but personally, I do my best to try and keep my first name, or even any kind of variation of my first name, off of my streams, because if something was to happen and I was to become a bigger streamer and, you know, blow up or whatever, you know, sometime, and it'll take a while to get to that point, don't get me wrong. But if it was to ever happen and someone had my information, I would be susceptible to an attack as well. And I really would not be happy about that. Not at all. Few notes in my chat real quick before we get going. Luke was talking about Amaranth when we got into the conversation, and Bella goes, yes. Luke goes, got a ballot on Insta with her PFP sending me a follow request. So, okay.
Mad too. And the last bit of that article, the last bit of that mention of the story itself, she says she's working with her local law enforcement and says she has a good relationship with them since she deals with these activities regularly, and recommends the same for other streamers. So I do agree. As I said, we all would love to be at the top one day. We would love to be at the top and enjoy the fame. But then again, I do agree with you got the pros, and then you also got the downside of the cons. And it's at a cost. Like for us now, like for me and Trans, like showing our cameras on screen, like that's not saying it's a danger, but they could find out anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that I'm not saying it could happen, but it, you know, in this stone age world of the technology world that we have got, it can be a scary thing. And don't get me wrong, it's just I'm sure the guys from your chat as well as mine would agree. You don't want it to be right at the top, but you just want to be as close to the top as you can be before you stop. That's it, pretty much.
Because with more fame and more people who follow you come more problems. And so it's trade-off, really. I mean, the bigger you get, the more problems you're going to have. Because, like I said, all it takes is one person to get upset because you banned them or you said something to them that they didn't like or you ignored them or whatever, to completely just, you know, go hard on you and, like, put you in a very dangerous situation. So...
Absolutely. And that's what we try our best as streamers.
Oh, Wasted. Thank you so much for offering me to be famous, but I am going to have to decline that offer and give you a ban, my friend. There we go.
There was Trans saying I wanted to become famous and told that guy to be rejected at the same time. So, pretty much. So, I do agree. I think everyone needs to understand...
Coincidence?
Coincidence, yeah. You nearly lost your words there, Trans, with that.
Sorry, I tried to talk when I was taking a vape hit. It does not work. It doesn't work.
Fair play. Can you imagine if you did like a burp and still talk at the side?
Hey, that's a skill.
if it is a skill, would I get 1,000 bits for that, to be fair, if I did it as well?
You think you could do it? We'll see. We'll see. I might do an Ask Anything and make it do it that way.
That'll be on the last
That'll be later.
That'll be the last podcast. Imagine the last street. Oh, I thought that was a burp then, in the background. I heard a bang then. But yeah, it was just mad scene. So that, I believe, is all the news articles after an hour and 5 or an hour and 3 minutes of the stream.
Guys, I added a 4th article because the news articles were short, and then we got on a nice discussion about it, and we went an hour anyway, which is okay. I'm perfectly okay with it. But, you know, I'm just saying.
For now. So, this should, let's say, we'll go on a different article, but normally we would build it up to the main discussion topic. So this is, I believe, the main segment 2. After an hour and 6 minutes of the stream, this is the main discussion topic. So, basically, for the 21st of August 2021, a article says a huge FPS documentary is in the works, featuring key figures from the genre's history. And that's an article that's come from PC Gamer. So, when we say the articles, please check it out on the site, because that's where we get our original information. Yes, we do say rumours, but that's just from what we've seen from different outsources and everything like that. So we have to say that before anyone thinks, oh my God, they said this on stream. Is this true? And like, no, we're just a BISH podcast.
So on this, before we get started too much into go into discussion about this, so for the record, guys, I had this up for a couple of weeks. So it's actually an older article. It's almost 3 weeks old, but it's a first-person shooter documentary. And you can actually watch this trailer on YouTube. It's a teaser trailer to give you an idea of what to expect in this. So if you guys want to do that, I don't even know how long this trailer is, but I actually was going to put this as a watch later, actually. So I'm going to watch that at some point and verify. But the information that we have from the article, and I'm going to go into, and I know you're getting ready to go into the discussion part. I'll let you lead the discussion, but I'm going to go into the article itself a little bit just so we can get a little background on this, okay? If that's cool.
I tell you what, because I'm just trying to get my passion of the hearts back, so I'll let you carry on with that.
All right, okay. So an independent production company called Creator VC has raised funds for what they call the definitive FPS documentary called FPS First Person Shooter. They want to celebrate the FPS genre. They want to, they said it should be about 3 hours long when it's finished. And it talks about the genre from the 70s until now. The company gathered a large cast of veterans, including, I'm going to list some of these names. And for those of you who are into the FPS history, you'll know these people. John Romero and Tom Hall, co-founders of Doom and Wolfenstein, Dev ID Software, and Deus Ex Studio Ion Storm. I love Deus Ex. That was a pretty awesome game, by the way. Warren Spector, who was a producer for System Shock and Deus Ex. Marcus Leto, Halo co-creator. Randy Pitchford, Gearbox Software co-creator, and a whole bunch more. Now, there is a slight disclaimer from PC Gamer saying that their editor-in-chief, Evan Lottie, is also set to be interviewed for this documentary. So if you want to get his input on that as well, he will have his information on there too. And they're just talking about how they feel about this. They feel like this is going to bring together a lot of the legends who helped this genre and helped it grow, and highlights the legacy of significant FPS titles. And it's covering like 48 years. So it's really cool. The Kickstarter, they did it through Kickstarter. They did the fundraising came from Kickstarter. I think of my words for a second, guys. Even Trance trips over her words sometimes. See, but there's also a breakdown of the topics that will be discovered. We are planning on being covered in this documentary. So
that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry. We'll let you off just this once, Trance, with the words missed off as well. So we'll let you off just this one. So, personally, I mean, how do we feel this will go over? And from your, actually, well, I don't know if Jess, I don't know if you've heard about this article or seen the trailer at all, but what's your thoughts about seeing this documentary about the first-person shooter? Because I know you're a massive COD fan, which I mentioned earlier on, and I will say it again, you are a massive COD fan. So what's your thoughts of this documentary coming in as well?
I haven't seen the trailer or anything. Okay. But I think it will be really interesting.
Okay.
To come from like a perspective of people that's actually been in the situations that we for some reason like to role play. It would be good to get their perspective on it, because we're basically doing what they actually did. And it's like, I don't know, it's really weird to explain, because it'd be good to hear from them how they think also the games have what's that word I'm looking for?
Evolved? Grown?
No, how they represented things.
Okay.
Like to see how, I don't know, to see if they've made things look legit and real, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And to see if they have done like justice to it almost. Like we said about COD going back to World War II and things, it would be nice to hear their perspective on how they're doing it and adapting it and changing it and things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think as big as FPS has been in such a long time of the genre, I mean, back in the day you had your regular FPS, and these people they're interviewing are actually are veterans in creation of these games. So they're going to be talking about how they did things, what the changes have been, the technology changes, how time has evolved the technology, how they've adapted to the technology changes. and they're going to be talking about things that they've done to make the genre grow stronger each and every year following. So I think people will be really into it, especially people who are heavy into FPS. They'll be like, oh, this is a really cool, it's almost like a behind the scenes thing. You can see what the devs say about their games. And I think that that's going to be very intriguing to a lot of viewers, in my opinion.
I do agree. I think it will bring some of the guys who have been doing a lot of the FPS in their time, like the COD, Battlefield, any type. And it would be good to see how it changes from as Jess said perfectly, like from their perspective, and we're doing the role play scenario, which is a good way of saying, look, we'll play it back, we won't get hits, but you guys got there in the front line. We've just one life left. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like a search and destroy moment for them as well, like in the COD series, but it's more about for them. I would like to watch it to see how this got involved and how it's got development, like how it progressed and how it all began and stuff.
And even as a not a very big FPS player, I still find this very interesting because, and I think I mentioned this in one of our episodes. We were talking about something totally different. And I was talking about how in my hi Josh, Bish Bash Josh. What's up, buddy? I was saying how I was a film student, and in our film class, my intro to film class, we would watch behind the scenes stuff about how things went behind the scenes, creating the movie, how the troubles they came across, what kind of obstacles they had to overcome making the movie, and you would hear from the actors, you'd hear from the production crew, and for me that was very interesting because and I'll use this analogy again. When you're watching a movie, okay, all you see is the final project. You don't see everything that went into that final project. You don't see the set problems that came up. You don't see the budget problems, the things they had to cut because they didn't have a budget big enough for it. They tried to go for it and they were too ambitious. You don't see how the actors reacted to their characters. You don't see how the people who wrote the story to make it into a movie felt about how the movie came across. All you see is that final project, and you draw your own conclusion from the final project. As gamers, all we see is the final project. That's it.
Yes.
We don't see any of the stuff behind the scenes. And to have something like this, where a genre as big as FPS is, okay, it's getting a effectively behind the scenes look of the genre over 48 years, to me is very, very interesting. I think that it's going to be great for those people, especially that like to know the technical details of the games, like to hear all that stuff. They're the tech people. They're going to be really, really big into the tech people. And the people who are playing the games and who have questions about the mechanics and who have questions about how things have changed over a certain series or whatever, they're going to be very interested in hearing from these legendary developers who have made these games that we have loved and fell in love with over so many years. So I feel, for me, I think it's going to be awesome. And I think that people like myself who like to know the behind the scenes, I have always been the kid that likes to know the how. For example, okay, let me give you a good example. In college, I took statistics, okay? I hated it. I hated statistics. And the reason why I hated statistics is because there's a lot of stuff that you just have to accept in statistics. Like there's symbols that you have to use in formulas all you say, okay, this stands for this. That's it. They don't tell you how you got that. But in geometry, in geometry too, but in algebra, I love algebra because I can see where everything comes from. Why does X equal this? Well, X equals this because of blah, blah, blah. So for me, I'm a very behind the scenes person. I like to see where things come from. That's just my thing. I've always been that way. And so for me, this is going to be an excellent thing. And I want to hear you guys too. I know I'm taking up a lot of space in this discussion, but I have a lot on this. I have a lot to say about this. So as a newly reformed FPS player, I have a lot to say on this. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh. How you doing? He says, "How are you all? How are you doing anyway?"
Pikachu.
Josh says, "I feel like I've missed an important part." You've missed the whole podcast so far, mate.
No, he hasn't. He just missed the news and he just got into the discussion. That's all.
I know, but he has missed.
Why you gonna be mean?
I would never be mean to
What a
anyone.
negative Nelly.
Yes, I know, right? Mal, quit being a
dou-
negative Nelly.
What double N? There we go. I even studying for. Oh, okay, no worries, Josh. Hope everything's okay
Good
from
job,
your side.
Josh. Nice. No, we just started talking about the discussion, and we're talking about an FPS documentary that got funded on Kickstarter, and we're just getting into it now. So you can give us your input on it. We're talking about how there's going to be legends in the developing scene from 48 years of FPS that are going to be talking on this thing about technology advancements. All that stuff, game advancements, how things have changed over the genre, how they feel about the genre, and all that stuff. So you can give us your input on it at any time, Josh. Luke goes, algebra. I love algebra, Luke. I absolutely love, literally, I like doing equations for fun, man. I love doing equations for fun.
But not statistics.
Hate statistics. Hate it.
But even though it's the same,
it's not. It is not the same. It is not the same. Statistics. Okay, so in algebra, everything has a source. Something equals something for a reason.
Correct.
In statistics, there are there's an omega in statistics, and it stands for some weird number. And there is no way of knowing why omega stands for this weird number. You just have to accept that it stands for this number. That's it.
I thought you. When you say Omega, I thought you was on about Doctor Who and talking about the Omega type
No,
stuff.
I'm talking about the Omega sign.
No, I know. I'm sorry to see a reaction on screen. That's funny as well. No.
So, Jess, I know I've taken up a lot. Go ahead and tell me what you think about it, Jess. I mean, I know you gave us some of your opinions, but I mean, how do you feel about this? Do you something that you like? You're interested in? Is it something that sounds cool to you since you've played FPS for so long? Is it something that you're kind of looking forward to checking out?
Yeah, definitely. I'm the same as you. I like to know how things work. Not too keen on the algebra bit, but I do like it though. I like a nice challenge, but I think school I think it just now gives me nightmares. I have PTSD of algebra. But no, I think I'm definitely one of those people that like to know how things work. So like if I'm up at stupid o'clock in the morning, I'll watch the program literally called how does it work? Or how is it made? And things like that. I'm such a weird person. But it's just I think it is going to be really interesting to see it from a different perspective rather than us just playing the game. It would be good to see it from someone's perspective that has lived it and then seen the games that portray it as well. And it would just be good to just to see both perspectives of it.
Yeah.
Mal, go ahead and put your 5 cents or whatever in it.
2 pence.
Your 2 pence. Your 2 pence. I forget I'm here with people from the UK. I have to translate that.
It's all right. We'll let you off just as once, Trent. Again.
5 cents was a bit expensive anyway.
Yeah, it is expensive. It's just a tad. Just
for Mal's opinion, anyway.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Jess.
Jess.
Rick.
I love you so much.
Rick.
I've been good until now.
She's been pretty good. She's been good, yeah.
I, fair play to Jess for that. And then up to now, I've done nothing wrong, and yet whip on there. So yeah, it was all about the FPS documentary. So my opinion would be it's a good concept. We all like to know how it all made or how it all began and how it all brought up to all this. It's like, does this all lead up to for us make ourselves be defensive as well in our lives? Like might make quick decisions or make strategic decisions on how to play, like how to do the FPS in a certain way, like for the first person shooter, like how do you feel if you're in that person's shoes in war or in or another country where you're battling out for war in a sense? And I mean, don't get me wrong, another question I'm pointing out would be: does this seem like something we can get behind? I do believe so. I think we all love documentaries as long as everyone stays in one position to watch the whole documentary itself.
That's true.
But,
and 3 hours is a long documentary.
It is,
Just
but
saying.
it is, but it's just common sense. It's just a one-off.
Yeah.
It's like a one-off movie, isn't it? And you just like want to know how it all began. And personally, I think it's good because we're all wondering why they decided to bring this to life. Is this going to impact our personal life to make it us much better and try and defend for ourselves? Do you know what I mean? That's how I see it. Sometimes I don't know.
Well,
That's how
I
I see
mean,
it.
my thing is like, I mean, one of the things I'm kind of hoping that they touch on in the documentary is how the developers of the games and the people who have been in league with creating these games feel about how their game has been played, how the changes have made for different types of play styles. So I'm kind of interested in that because I mean, when they create the game, they have a certain mindset of how they want it played, right? They like, okay, we think that this should be played like this, you know. When they make this thing, this project that they do, they're like, okay, we think this will be a really cool concept, you know, we think that the people will like this. And I also kind of want to hear them talk about things that the fans didn't like and why they think that the fans didn't like it, even though they thought it'd be a cool concept. So I really think that for me, hearing the devs talk about it and you know, maybe speculate on how the game's, you know, fame has gone up or how these games for Doom, it's like a classic now. It's a classic game. Anybody who's ever played any FPS knows Doom because that was one of the craziest titles of its day. And so I would love to hear, you know, I would love to hear the devs talk about, you know, how they felt about, and the software developers talk about how they feel about why they thought certain aspects would be good, how they thought that it would go over compared to how it did go over, and what their speculations on as to why it didn't go over maybe as they wanted it to go over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, Doom. How can you not forget Doom at all?
Doom.
If you don't know Doom, get
Doom.
out. Get out now.
Don't say that.
But it's true though, because Doom is a classic, as you said twice. I have to say a third time.
It's a classic.
Classic. It's a classic as well.
Classic a million times over. It's
but a lot of younger people won't have played it.
Well, they've not have played the remake.
Yeah,
which is not the same.
No.
Yeah,
but it's still a classic, to be fair. And it's brought out all the unbelievable first-person shooters to say, oh, and you bring like all the other concepts like Quake as well.
Yeah.
And you got like there's so many others that you could talk about, like the first-person shooters of different aspects of different
I did not play Deus Ex.
Okay.
I did not play it, but I did watch it being played. Like a guy I was with at the time played it, and I fell in love with it so much. Like the storyline is amazing, and people are so big into cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Deus Ex was kind of like was cyberpunk-esque as well, but it was a really really good game with a good storyline. And the mechanics that I saw seemed like they were pretty smooth at the time.
Yeah.
It's been a while since it's been out, but at the time I think it was really cutting edge for what it was, you know.
Yeah.
And the technology that they incorporated into the storyline was pretty awesome as well. And it was a really great game. I highly recommend for anybody who's never played Deus Ex. I highly recommend you play that one. I think the one I saw was Deus Ex 2. And it was good, and you could really relate to some of the characters and the way things were going in the characters. But I mean, I'm also a storyline girl. I've said this in multiple shows. I'm a storyline girl. If a game has a good story, if it has a good concept, if it has a really cool thing that I like, then I'm going to be drawn to that game, at least watching it, if not playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do agree. To be fair,
Yeah.
and it's just brought out the best concepts, and I would love to see how it would affect in the past, and how it's brought the new games coming up. Is that going to impact different lives and different I keep saying different lives, different aspects, because it is, everyone changes from based on like the technology these days now. Like,
and players have changed. The way people play has changed. So that's a big thing too. So how is that going to change, in the future? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's instead of using those back in the day, it's called sprites, where it's like the characters, like Stardew Valley. They used to see like the 2D
sprites,
sprites, and they're the runnable, like what do you call it? Like you got like an image, and you can just like do like a scrollable someone running.
Like it's like an 8-bit. It's like an 8-bit.
Yeah, 8-bit.
More often than not, 8-bit is sprite.
Yeah, but
more
it's
often
class.
than not.
It is class.
But it's classic, yeah.
But then people might think, oh, I wonder if they can go forward or back, like as in go actually forward and back. But no, tough. On 8-bit, you either go left or right. So
I like how you gave a personality to the little 8-bit sprite.
Yeah, just a tad. To be fair,
I want to go side to side, but I can't because I'm an 8-bit sprite.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sounds like something off Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes.
Made his own little character.
It goes back to me talking about the little packets of pixels in GTA 5 too.
Yeah.
They're not real people. They don't have emotions.
Oh my god. We'll go through that in the Ask Us Anything after to find out why I said that as well. They are people. They're
not people. They're packets of pixels.
I know.
Jess, were you there for that?
No, I wasn't. I missed that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you broke him out.
I think he is. Shani was there for that. You remember that, Shani? I think it was me, Shani, Malk, and Hiki. We were playing races, and we kept running over the people in GTA 5. And they're like, don't hit the people. And I'm like, they're not people. They're just packets of pixels. They are not real. Yes, they are. No, they're not.
They are real.
They have no emotions.
They have. They punch us to try and get back to their cars. Sometimes. To be fair.
That's what we're talking about, Jess. Shani remembers most likely.
But yeah, it's
they're fake people.
That they're real people. Anyway,
no, they're not.
End of close. No, they're not. They are real people. End of close. So basically, the huge FPS documentary. Do we think people will support the movie for the names or the history of the tech, which would be which would be the best interest for us? What's your thoughts in depth? Do you think for that technology and for the FPS in general for this documentary to happen?
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, I'm into the behind-the-scenes stuff. I'd like to see about the technology that goes into it. I'd like to see how technology has changed and how the games have changed because of technology changing and because of the way people play changing. Yeah. And so that's interesting to me. So I think that is the biggest thing that I'm interested in seeing. Like, for me. That's just me.
Okay. That's fair, dudes. I mean, what's your thoughts on it, Jess? Like, as in, do you think the people will support the move, like the documentary from the movie of the names or the history of the technology itself? Do you think that will happen?
I think the geeks will. Like, not in a mean way, but like the people that genuinely play it because they want to play it in things. But I think people like the big streamers that just like to play the game itself, I don't think they're going to sit there for 3 hours to watch it. And I don't think that part will interest them. I think their part is just they like the game. They like when the new bits come out. They like when it's all hyped up and stuff. I don't think they're going to want to really understand the behind it and the how.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do agree.
Yeah. They might do. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that they won't and that nobody will, but I'm just saying in my opinion, I don't see the bigger streamers giving up 3 hours to sit and watch something. I think the geeks, that I am a geek myself and I would like to watch it. So I think
top notch.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the person themselves. If they can sit that long and watch a documentary, then yeah, but if not, No, I don't think it's something they do.
This is the proud to be a geek squad right here.
I'm always proud to be a geek. I don't care.
Me too.
I'd rather be educated than uneducated and think
Hell yeah. Yes, I am so with you on that. Clap, like for real, like legit, like I'm with you on that.
Round of applause.
There we go.
Call me a geek. Hey, at least I'm educated.
Yep.
Although you say, yeah, I'm educated. What about you? Can you do 2 + 2? If you say 22, feck off. Afterwards. To be fair,
I do. I have like verbal diarrhea. So my brother hated living with me because whenever he said something wrong, I had to correct it. Yeah. Otherwise, I just want to punch him in the face. I can't just punch him in the face for no reason when he doesn't understand.
And Jess, you can't punch people in the face. They frown on that kind of thing for some reason.
Not when they're your brother, though. It's kind of yeah. I think I could get away with it, but I'd rather just correct him and him get annoyed with me. And I think he gloated once because he managed to correct me on something which he was very, very ecstatic about.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, geek all the way.
Totally. Totally.
Have you got any?
Why is the stream acting crazy right now? My stream is getting a little bit psychotic, and I don't know why. Oh, it kicked me off. Maybe I'll kick back on in a minute.
Okay. Don't worry, guys. We are still live.
Yeah, we're still live. All right, we're back. We're back.
That's good. So, just to recap with Shani. Shani says, "Lol, we had fun time." Then creased.
Shani remembers. She remembers that day. She remembers that discussion.
Before they left us for a podcast.
Yeah.
Our GTA Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, we're getting big. We're getting big. We're on the Spotify's, man. We're getting big.
We're very proud, but we're still very salty as well. We miss GTA.
We still love you. We miss you.
Go on. Where's the heart? Where's the heart? Where's the heart?
I love you too. I'm doing a heart back. You can't see, but I'm doing a heart.
Fair dues. Now, have you got any more to discuss, guys, about this, or are you okay with so far? Because we are done about half an hour of it. Thank God for that.
We did good. I'm proud of us.
I know. I am gobsmacked. Normally, we would have hit the 2-hour mark by now.
Normally.
So,
we're bringing it back, guys. Bringing it back.
For now, until next week, and then the week after, probably 3 hours and then 4 hours. Well, Ted's Gaming is without doubt the longest stream ever so far in the British.
He holds that record.
He holds that record as well. So, like I said, that was the main discussion topic about the FPS scenario of, the huge documentary from the FPS side of things, and hear their thoughts as well. And it's just absolutely insane. And I would love to see that coming out soon. I believe it's coming out soon. Is that right? Did you say, Travis?
It's in production right now. Okay. They're still working on it. It may be a minute before it comes out. Just keep your eye on it, and you can see the trailer as well. And they'll probably have a link where you can find out more information about it from that location.
No worries. Thank you for that. So here we go, guys. This is the best part of it all. You're probably wondering, what best part? Do you not know the best parts? This best part is absolutely legendary, because this segment 3 is interview with the streamer, and we are talking to the legendary Midlands massive purplebot101 as well. To be fair, absolute legendary. That's why I do not call her Jess Ramsey, because she will do the Ramsey on you.
She will go off on you. I love it.
But yeah, it should be good stuff. So I've done the news for an hour and a half and the main discussion. I bet you've had enough.
I did interject a little bit to give you a small break on the talking, so I did help a little bit.
And help me calm.
I got you back.
Stop. There we go. The high
I think
five.
you both need to hydrate.
Hydrate.
Oh yes, we need to hydrate.
Here we go. Hydrate. Kicking in.
I would have done it on your stream, but my phone's dead, so I can't.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's fine. Perfectly fine, Jess. So, as I said, segment 3 is the interview with the streamer. We've told Jess to ask 8 random numbers out of 15. So these are the questions. She doesn't know the questions at all. These are random questions. I will emphasize as a disclaimer, these are nothing, and I will repeat it again, these are nothing related to the personal info of the streamer. So if you, nothing to say, oh, can we have your number? Oh, where do you live as well? Oh,
No.
Nice.
It's not like that.
Because Jess Ramsey will tell you off either way.
She
so
will.
she got no chance. You got no chance at all. So basically, these are just the questions of how it relates to the streamer itself. So basically, like their favorite game or something like that. Just, nothing personal.
It's all related to streaming and or gaming. Every question.
Thank you. Otherwise, I would have dragged too much with that. Thanks, Trans, for that. Thank you. But
reeling it back, Malk. Reeling it back.
So on my left-hand side, I'm going to pass you over to Trans. Going to go to do the interview questions to AKA Purplebot Jess.
Our dear friend and wonderful person that we love to hang out with and talk to and play games with. All right, so Jess, I have 8 questions for you. Are you ready for your 8 questions?
I think so.
All right.
Jess is like, no!
I think so.
No!
All right, Jess. First question I have for you is, what got you into streaming?
Malk, keep going on at me.
Yes! It's all Malk's fault. He did it.
Yes. That's the truth as well. Malk was also saying when I jumped on to play with him whilst he's streaming, he's like, oh, I'm nagging her. And he was constantly saying it. So I was like, I don't even know how to do it. I'm clueless. I'm just, and then they just told me how to do it. So I literally just set it up in like 10 minutes, wham, bam, done. And then now we're working to get me affiliated. And I still remember the lots and lots and lots of bits that Malk owes me that I've not forgotten about.
The look on his face, guys, is hilarious. It's priceless.
I don't have to step away for 2 seconds. My toddler is crying at the top of the stairs.
Oh, no. Okay, go handle it.
And I don't want an accident, so just 2 seconds.
Go ahead. Hey, real life always comes first. If something happens, you guys step away on our show. That's perfectly okay. We understand.
Yeah,
it's okay. We get it. Life happens.
Trans, I totally forgot.
Oh no.
We'll mute that a sec for now. Sorry about that, guys. Just make sure that
make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, make sure everything's okay. We'll give about a few minutes to be sure everything's all right from her side as well. So, but yeah, Trans, please don't say anything. I totally forgot the points. I need to do it now.
You owe me points. You owe me points too, Malk.
Which ones?
Lots of them. You owe me lots of bits.
Oh, whoa.
You're racking up a bit tally, my friend.
I am.
You owe me at least 500 bits. At least
10 bits.
500 bits. You owe me at least 500 bits. At least.
Everyone's going to be on your chat now saying, "Oh, you owe me 500 bits. You owe me $1,000. You owe me 10,000 bits." I'm like, no, mate, rejected. We'll try and see if Jess is back on. Jess, is everything cool? Nope, she's handling it. We'll give her a little bit longer. We'll keep the voice on.
Keep things open. We'll keep communication open. How about that?
Yeah, that's perfect, because we didn't want to outburst or anything on the stream itself. But it's like I said,
it's life, guys. Life happens, man. Especially when you're doing things live, it happens.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We totally understand that.
But we, like I said, we love the podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy the podcast so far.
Yes.
Tell us if you want to on the chat. Tell us about your thoughts of the podcast if you have watched it in the past and want to see more of it. We are asking a few more of the streamers, so if you are interested in joining, to join us. Yep. We've got till, which I'll need to speak to you about actually, Trans, on one of the dates, which I'll probably need to speak to you about after the stream. Cool. So
we'll handle the business behind the scenes.
Not what anyone else is thinking, guys. I promise you that at all. The business is the podcast. Period. Period. That's all.
That's it.
No. Francis like, that's not how we do business, Malk. That's not how we do business at all. How could you do this to me?
Business is just the podcast, guys. We're a 2-person crew on this right here. Everything that's one thing I want you guys to know. We do this because we love doing it, and we love that you guys are enjoying it and are coming back every week. And we're
sorry about the technical difficulties at the behind the scenes.
I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, I hope it's all right.
But no, so yeah, we do love doing it, and we're a 2-person team right now. We do all the stuff. We make sure that you guys get it on different channels, and we make sure that you guys get to enjoy it every week, and we make sure that we're here every week for you guys. So
absolutely fair dues. So see how it goes. With that. But yeah, should be all right to be fair. But
I think it sounds like everything's okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay. We'll find out. I think so.
We'll know in a minute.
Hello.
You're all right?
Hey, you're back.
Yes, I'm going to have a toddler next to, on the sofa. He's got growing pains, so.
Oh, poor baby.
His legs are very much hurting him, so I got to keep him down with me for a bit.
Okay, yeah.
Typical when his dad's gone out.
Okay.
That's okay.
We did try and mute for a bit, Jess, just so that you guys to set yourself settled. You know what I mean, with the the young one. So we was worried, thinking hopefully everything, fingers crossed, everything was all right from your end.
And Jess, if you have to pull away, just let us know, and you can mute yourself as well, and just come back when you're unmuted.
Yeah,
we'll work it out.
He should be all right. He's watching Fireman Sam now, and he's got the puppy lay next to him. So hopefully we should be all right now.
So precious. Okay. All right. So we got the first question done. Let's get the next question going. So
nice.
Question number 2 is, what things do you look for when deciding on a new game to play?
I don't really know. More just do my friends play it because I don't want to play it alone.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And also games that I can play with my kids as well. So I downloaded Fall Guy, and my 3 kids, they're 5, 3, and they're about to be 6, 4, and the one's 2. They all love playing it. They find it absolutely hilarious.
That's awesome.
So I think kind of games that I can play around them.
Yeah.
But also I like games that are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, that poor thing.
Sorry, I'm muted 1 sec.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
The poor baby. No, she can mute herself.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's cool. Oh, the poor baby.
I mean, like I said,
it feels so bad for the baby.
I know. I hope everything's okay from our
it's just what babies go through as they're getting bigger than their body is ready to get big yet. It just happens.
Well,
it happens.
Just happens as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
toddlers especially, they have a lot of that trouble. They just randomly wake up, screaming because they're in pain because their little bodies are growing, and it does not feel very good.
It's like I don't want to sound in a bad way or anything, but it's like have you seen that toy, Mr. Stretch? Remember that?
Yes,
Mr.
Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yes,
it kind of feels that, doesn't it? At the same time, yeah. To be fair,
I mean, honestly, I can understand. If someone was to pull my arm, where it was not ready to go that far out yet, I would be fussing and throwing a hissy fit too.
Yeah,
I completely understand. Baby growing pains are very relatable.
Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I mean, fair. It's just life. To be fair,
it's life. It's life. Life happens, man. And always, real life is always more important. Always.
Absolutely.
It's never a matter of real life or gaming life. It's always our RL is always top. Always more priority.
Absolutely. And I believe Jess is back again. You okay?
Yes.
Jess is back. All right. So we got that one. We got question number 2. Question number 3 for you is what has been the best memory you've had since you started streaming, or what is your worst memory? If you don't want to talk about that, that's fine too.
Well, streaming has probably been streaming with you guys, the GTA races.
Aww.
And I think my favourite one was when we kind of screwed over Malk on his chat to get me to win.
Yes,
he does not look impressed.
Episode.
That should make you happy because that makes me so happy.
I feel absolutely. To be fair, I wanted Jess to finally win a playlist, and at that time I was like, yes. Jess was like, no, you are going down, Mal.
So what happened? So what happened was this. Okay, so Jess was we wanted her to win, and me and her kind of commiserated on this. And I hit Malk with so many bans for winning, and this is before he had the limitations on the in-game bans.
Yeah,
like I think what was one? What one was like? Not you can't win. Number one was take any place but first.
you couldn't cross the line before me.
Couldn't cross the line before Jess.
That was the night where I did not know what to say after all the bans.
And honestly, in retrospect, no regrets.
None.
I have no regrets about that night.
Thanks. Thank you.
Because it was hilarious.
But to be fair, you always win. So it was nice for you to lose in style.
She's right.
To be fair, and I was like, touche. I bowed down like I am bowing down now on the screen itself. And I'm like, all I'm going to say is I'll never forget that day, but touche on that win. I'll never forget it. But that was an epic playlist that we did. And I wanted Jess. But I wanted Jess to win because every week Jess was like, oh, for beep's sake, you know what I mean? Every time. And then she would say, cheat codes. Have you got your... And Trance, you had the cheat codes sometimes, didn't you? You kept saying,
I don't have cheat codes. I'm just that good, Mal. Come on.
Trance had her own name for her own move, which was trancing you at the finishing line.
Oh, yeah. Again, another one which I'll never forget.
Get tranced.
Which now people may think, what the hell is everyone saying Trance's name every time? Basically, in GTA, when say you got 5 people driving or racing, 2 people can only cross over the line. Fine. Whoever's third will have to wait. And 4th will have to wait, and then wait. We always wait. We always do. We always wait on GTA.
And that's something that we do because we run with our friends. And we do it for our friends so that we can all cross the line together so no one gets DNF'd.
Unless they can't actually do, they've been told to say, look, DNF me or anything like that.
Yeah, just DNF me. Yeah, that happens sometimes too. We're not making this. Just go ahead and finish.
No. I'll never forget this day where we was waiting and it yeeted across Trance out of nowhere, just like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. And I was like, sure you didn't. I'll never forget that day. And then when Jess said, you've been tranced, I was like, yeah, that is the word that we're going to be using.
That was what it was from then on out. It became it is called trancing. Whenever somebody was waiting for everybody else,
we still use it.
Absolutely.
I love it. I have a legend to pass on in GTA races now. This is an amazing experience. I love this. This makes me feel so important. I love it. Like my mark has been made.
I've seen 2 milestones. Jess winning the playlist.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the milestone because and you do agree, Jess, when I'm saying this, you always struggled with the GTA when you did the racing. You're like, no, I can't. I don't know how to do the racing because I've never done racing before.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue, you started to do well with the racing, and I was like, you came from last to like mid pack. I was like, fair freaking play because you're growing because you're steadily across, and then all of a sudden, without my bans on the chat, without that bans,
she started winning. And it was great.
Winning. And she started winning.
Great.
And it was great.
All she needed was a little bump, and she had it.
She did. And then the other milestone is getting tranced. To be fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So so I'll never forget those 2 milestones because they are. I know you probably think on being angry and disappointed. Yes, I did read a few times. But,
no, he's not. He loves us. He knows. He knows. He knows. He loves us.
It was worth it for my celebration.
It was.
Yeah, totally. It was totally worth it. No regrets at all.
So after that day, I have shortened the bands, so they're not going to hydrate shitloads or anything like that ever again. That's
not 10 in-game bans because you have so many points that you've been holding on to.
Yeah, and that will never happen again, ever again.
I'm glad that makes your best memory, though. That makes me happy. I love it. I love
it. Have you got a worse memory though, Jess? While streaming,
I don't think so. I was trying to think of one, but I can't.
I thought you would have picked
the
COD. I thought you would have picked the COD.
Thing.
I thought you would have picked the COD, like hackers, shall we say, as one of the worst streams that you've done.
I haven't really streamed COD much though.
Haven't you? Oh, okay. It was just because I know you love COD, and I know you did some COD streams in the past. I know you did some because I think remember
we did the tournament one, and I think we did have a hacker in it, but it's that irrelevant that I don't even remember it, so I don't class it as a bad thing.
Well, okay. I mean, yeah, if you don't,
we came second in that tournament in the end.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that was only by kills. We had the exact same points as number one, but they had more kills. We placed better, but because they had more kills, they technically won.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. Cool. All right. So I got another question for you. This is number 4. What game made the biggest impact on you? It's written as when you were younger, but you haven't been a big gamer for. You said it's only been recently since your birth of your child. So what game made the biggest impact on you during that time?
Black Ops 1 Zombies.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
No, Zombies. 2. No, it was 2 first. I couldn't do 1 at first. It was 2. And to be fair, that is going back nearly 6 years ago now. So yeah, that was like the first thing, because when me and my ex-husband used to go around to our friend's house, they'd always play zombies and I'd be like the odd one out and things like that. So then I just kind of thought, fuck it, we'll give it a go. What's the worst that happens? I get eaten by a zombie.
Hey, I like it. I like the mindset. I love it. Hey, if I get eaten by a zombie, okay.
Yeah, I think it would definitely have to be Black Ops 2 Zombies in town. And to be fair, Black Ops 1 and 2, I'd have to say, because I enjoyed playing with them with my brother. We used to have COD nights and we'd order pizza and we'd stay up till like stupid o'clock in the morning playing zombies, and they're some of my best memories.
Oh, cool. Nice one. Dan, how you doing, mate? You all right? Welcome to the chat. I did do the hydrate, and I just did.
I gotta hit my hydrate. I see you, Dan. I see you. Here's your hydrate, buddy.
I've only got one last bit from my second can, and I'm going to go any more by me. So make the last hydrate counts, guys.
Yeah.
So there we go. But yeah, I feel like we've all known Jess for a long time now, haven't we? After 4 questions, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot we've learned about her, and I haven't even known her that long. But we were fast friends. Jess and I were fast friends.
So instantly.
Absolutely.
We just instantly clicked with each other. It was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Okay, question number 5 for you. And I wanna alter this question the way it's written in our list here. I'm gonna alter it just a smidge for you. Okay. Are there any gaming conventions that you really pay attention to?
Nah. I don't know.
There's not a million that you really pay attention to? Like, there's not anything that, like you're like, oh, this is going to have releases and I want to watch, any of the gameplay trailers or whatever. I mean, to be fair, yeah. COD. Oh, COD. Anything that's in COD, anything that has to do with COD? Any convention that has to do with COD?
Game, any events, anything like that. Yeah.
All right. And I know that with COD being owned by who it's owned, they usually do it at E3 for sure. And I think does Eurogamer have COD releases as well too sometimes?
Sometimes it does, but it just depends on the release at the time as well. And EGX, which I'll mention to you about later on at the end of the stream or at the end of the podcast, that I'm looking forward to as well. So, so sometimes it does, but it just depends on what's been coming up towards like for next year's release, because the card's always been released back in November type. So. And normally the EGX is coming out like on October, so it's like a month before. So it just depends on the situation whether they will be able to do it or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It just depends really. So.
Thank you for popping by, Dan. You're amazing. All the love to you, buddy. All the love to Dan. You're amazing.
There we go. There we go. There's the heart there.
Yep, there's a heart. All right, next question. How would you describe your channel and community in 5 sentences or less? If you want to use a little more, I won't be mad at you. But how would you describe your channel and community in just a paraphrasing?
Very small.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know really, because it's still very small. I haven't been doing it a lot lately.
Okay, well, how about this? How would you like to see your channel and community grow? Like, what type of things would you like to incorporate in your channel and community in the future? How about that?
What do you mean? What kind of things would I like to incorporate?
Like, how do you want, like for me, for example, with me, in my community, we're all about, positivity, lots of love, making sure that we support each other. And being 100%, just having fun with it. And the game is always secondary. The conversation and interaction is always primary. So in my community, that's how it is in my community. So how would you like to mold your community is the best way to put it.
Mine would definitely have to be all about laughs and banter. Because I couldn't take serious people. I would just have to time to F off.
So if you're in Jess's channel and you're being serious, she's going to ban you.
Yeah, basically. Like we can't be dealing with serious Sallys. They're just no good. No, I'd like to have supportive people, like me and my friends. My friends have got clips of us like playing COD together, and I do go in on some people, like some of my other friends, and I don't say the most pleasant things, but we know it's all fun.
Yeah.
And like, because we've got the one lad on there is 19. So I just like when he's getting all cocky, I'm like, you've just hit puberty, sit back down, like don't get too excited. And
I love it. Like, that's a heck of a clap back.
we have that kind of banter with each other, and it's nice because we don't get offended. So I wouldn't want other people to like come on in the channel and then be like, oh well, that's offensive. That's not very well. No, it's not. They don't care. Like, that's who we are. That's how we click. Like, we say the worst of things. Like, my partner's name's Jordan, but no one ever calls him Jordan anymore because we gave him the name Eric because he was being a bitch one day. So, from then on, all his birthday cards are to Eric. So, and that's kind of the laugh we have. So, I'd like to keep it that way.
Oh,
nice,
cool.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, to be fair, we trash talk each other when we're running together too. So
yeah,
we'll trash talk each other and then we'll gang up on each other too. That's just
definitely.
Absolutely. To be fair,
and I know that you're starting out as well, but the next question is for anybody is for you to give any advice to other people who are thinking about streaming. What kind of suggestions or advice would you give them? I know your channel is still small, you're still growing, but
make sure you have the time for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like, although, okay. Yeah. Like my kid, I'm a military mum in my house. It's very strict to a certain degree. All my kids go to bed at 7 o'clock. They have a film on in bed to have their chill out time, but my evening is my evening. I watch kid stuff all day long. I listen to noisy, annoying little crotch demons demanding me all day. I'm not having that of an evening. So when it comes to nighttime, it's my nights, which is good because I will play on my PlayStation then. But I think with the streaming side of it as well, it gets a bit, I really can't bother to stream because then if people want to have a conversation with me, I really can't be asked.
Yeah.
So just and to be fair, with mental health as well, it's not too great. So it's kind of making sure that you've got that headspace as well to be able to do it too. And don't expect too much. Don't expect to be a big streamer in like a day, because that's a ridiculous dream.
That doesn't happen.
No.
Take it from the veterans. That does not happen.
Yeah.
We've got all our grey hair moments, as you could see. To be fair,
some of it came during our years of being streamers.
Absolutely. To be fair, and that's been like decades of streaming. To be fair, when you think about it, and if you probably think, "Oh, really? What have you been doing?" Well, chilling, mate. Just streaming and drinking. That's it. Nothing else. To be fair, but I do agree with Jess. You do need to have the time for preparation and everything like that. But I do agree also where you need the right mindset, because there are times where I do agree. Like with Jess, again, third time asking.
Sometimes.
I do. No, I do agree. I do agree with Jess, to be fair. Basically, it's like you want to have your own time. You want to have your own space. If you've been at work all day, you just want to just rest, but then you're like, oh, do I have to stream? And then some people have got like different mentality, like you're knackered, and if you don't have that right mentality, you're never going to have a good feedback on the viewers. People may quote it and say, "Oh, this stream is crap," or "This stream is rubbish," because he's just talking boring stuff. Like, oh my god, like like a robotic voice afterwards, just like zone out. And it's not good for yourself, and it's not good for the viewers. And if you want to try and get from 0 viewers to like thousands of viewers, if Rome wasn't built in a day at all, so you got to remember that quote as well.
Yeah,
so
very true. It is an uphill climb.
It is an uphill climb, but at the same time, tough, because we all drag out, we're all doing the same things. If you get spotted.
I would like to add to the thing about the headspace. Yeah. And we talked about this with previous streamers too, who've gotten this question as well, who've picked this question. So they've said in the past, if you're not in your best form to stream, don't do it, because it's going to translate through your stream to your viewers. And they're going to be like, man, this is like horrible. Why am I watching this person? And they're going to pick up on, I best would describe it, your vibes. Like if you're having a down day, if you're having a rough day, call your stream off, because your stream is not going to be quality stream. And if you need to take a moment to get yourself in the right headspace to get on stream, then do that. Take a day to yourself, get in that right headspace, because otherwise it's going to be bad content. and you can try your best and try and fake it. I've had to cut streams short. I mean, you guys have, well, Malk, I know you've been in some of my streams in the past where I've cut them short because I'm like, guys, I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm sorry. I'm going to go lay down, or I'm going to go get something to eat, or I'm going to go do this or that, whatever. Like, my head's not in the right spot, and I try and do it, but I'm like, no, this isn't working. I'm going to call it.
We want more. We want more.
I do that whilst playing COD as well. Like, some days you get on and it's just like, no, today's not the day. I'm going. I'd rather be sat with a cup of tea watching something than dealing with this bullshit. So
yeah, truth. I do agree. And it's just you don't realise it. People don't realise what other impacts of the streamer, of their mentality and everything like that. They everyone may think, oh, Malk's happy and glory, but no, deep down.
That happens to me though, Malk. Like, everybody always thinks I'm so happy and bubbly all the time. No, I have my days where I'm not happy and bubbly. I just don't go on camera when that happens.
It's true. And it's good to have that. You need, as Jess said,
healthy.
It is, absolutely.
It's not healthy to try and be happy all the time. And it's not healthy to like make people think you're happy all the time. Like, I'm honest on my channel. And any of my followers, Malk, you can attest to this, and anybody else who's still in my chat will know that I'm like, hey, I'm an open book. Like, if I'm not feeling it, you're going to know I'm not feeling it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to have a bad day because I'm having a bad day, because I like it when people come to my stream to have a good time, you know, and I like to stream to have a good time. I like to chat with my people. I like to interact. That's something I love doing. And, but if I'm in that mode, I'm like, you know, Trance is not herself today. This is not going to happen.
But
and see,
when
I have those kind of days though, it's like I won't be like that around my kids. I'm always happy, like unless something's really gone wrong, like they know about, like after I lost my granddad, like I was permanently crying for like weeks. And even when it comes to his birthdays and anniversaries, I still spend like a few days really upset because I'm not close to any of my family, but to my granddad, he was like my person. He was always there no matter what, and he always had my back. And I think it was the biggest loss I've ever had. And around the kids, like I don't show it. I try to just be happy and playful and jolly. And if I do start to feel a bit sad, I whack the Google on and we put some music on and we dance around the kitchen until we forget about it. But then come the evenings, that's my time to kind of go on the game, shoot people, and when people piss me off, give them what for and a half. So I feel sorry for them when they get me on a bad day, but I wouldn't like to be streaming that because I wouldn't want people to see me like that, because that isn't me. Yeah. It's me on an odd occasion.
Yep.
And
I have one more question for you, Jess. And this is probably one of as reading through all these questions, Malk, I really feel like this question I'm about to ask her is probably one of the biggest questions that we can ask any of our streamers, especially if they pick it in their list. What are some short-term goals you have as a streamer, and what are some long-term goals?
Okay. Just firstly, if you hear snoring, that's not me, that's the baby.
Aww. Baby snores are adorable, though.
Yeah, he's lay on me asleep now, so
I was going to say, Jess, why are you snoring and talking at the same time?
I'm female. I can multitask, Malk.
Okay.
She's right.
Sorry.
But yeah, my short-term goal is to get affiliated. Is that the word?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, to get affiliated and grow a little family on the stream.
Yeah.
And long-term is just to kind of have a little village of people there that I banter with and that, you know, support me and that I can support back as well, because I do like being able to support the people as well. And yeah, just have fun with it and hopefully have a better COD game that has anti-cheats.
That's true.
Less cheaters.
One day it'll be.
That's almost asking for perfection, Jess. That's nearly impossible.
Yeah.
We can still hope.
We can hope. I'm with you in the hope. One day.
We'll do. I believe, is that all the questions?
That is all the questions today.
Oh my God.
I did so good.
God. You did so good. Can you have a high five? Not stop, but have a five. There we go. And a love as well.
I did the two. I answered them.
You did answer them. High five to Jess too. High five to Jess.
There you go. So 2 hours and 10 minutes of the stream. I can't believe this is the shortest we've done for in a while. So
not ever, but in a while.
Like there's no tomorrow. I don't know how it's been so short.
I know it feels.
We've just been on it. Is what it is. We've been on it.
There's
been no food talk. There's been no promotion talk. It's just been talk.
Wait. You've said it now. You said it now. So we're going to talk about the food and the promotion topic. No, I'm kidding. But during the last few times when we did the podcast, we had the food talk, we had the promotion talk, we had every single talk that you ever mentioned about, to be fair. And it nearly got on to like 3 hours. And at one point,
we hit 3 hours last week.
Yeah, Ted Scary wanted to do 4 hours and 6 hours or something. He said he wanted to do it. He'd probably be laughing about it when he watches this back, or still watches it now. But this is the part, guys. It's the last segment of the evening of the podcast, and I can't believe it. this is the part where you can ask us anything. So the viewers who are in the chat, you can ask a question to either me, Trance, or Jess, or to all of us. Please state also who you're referring the question to as well, because we have seen a few questions in the past where the questions are mentioned about, but we wasn't sure who it was pointed to. So please emphasise that on the chat if you are. Right.
Sorry, guys.
For the guys who are listening on the audio point of view, aka on the Spotify or on Apple Podcasts or any other podcast itself, her camera just went slided down.
I can tell you why. I went to shift my feet on my desk and my foot got caught on the cord and it yanked it down because on like this little arm to hold it up. So it went.
I was wondering why it kind of moved from a painting that was straight to like change.
That's what happened, guys. I'm sorry, it's my fault.
This is why we love the podcast, because it's all non-script, only except for the news part.
Scripted. If anybody is ever curious if this show is scripted, you can know now that it is not.
Absolutely
know now
not.
that it's not scripted.
So that's the question that we ask to all of us now. This is not scripted at all, the podcast.
There's your answer.
Unless it's the news articles. That's the only thing that was
The news
scripted.
articles are noted. The discussion is not scripted.
Yeah, sorry.
We have bullet points on the news articles. That's it.
That's true. I'm sorry, Jess. So, I mean, guys, if you're in the chat, please ask any questions to either me, Trans, or Jess. We'll do it for the next 10-15 minutes to see if that anyone will be on there. But if not, we'll ask a few questions, actually. So,
ask questions while we wait.
I tell you what. To you, Trans and Jess, what's your favourite karaoke song that you always love to do?
Jess. We know which one it is, right?
There's two.
Yeah, there's two. But the one that we always do.
Backstreet Boys?
Yes. I Want It That Away by the Backstreet Boys.
And I will put my note in why I'm changing the words on some of them slightly. If you do reference it, you're a legend. If not, I will reference it, and you'll be ashamed of yourselves if you don't get that right. So here we go. I let the karaoke queens. There we go. Karaoke queens.
Karaoke queens. All right, Jess, you ready? Let's do it.
We haven't got music.
I can sing it. You just follow me. Got it? I know every word.
You start.
You ready? All right. You are my fire, the one desire, believe.
Sorry, the baby just jumped a mile then.
I wanted that way, but we are too apart. Can't reach to your heart when I say I wanted that way. Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why. Nothing but a hearsay. But tell me why. Tell me why.
Oh, my face hurt.
Just don't want to wake the baby. I can understand.
I'm not even joking. As soon as I start to sing, then I thought that you would think someone just poked him with something and just jumped. Stay asleep though.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
My face hurt.
Now, the part that I've tried to...
We got questions. We got stuff in the questions.
Oh, okay. No worries.
All right. So, Bella has said in the past that if there's not a note by it, Bella means for all of us, says, what would the world be like if it was filled with male and female copies of you?
Of who? Me?
Of us. If each of us get asked to answer that question.
Oh.
There'd be no world.
Just like it wouldn't exist. It'd be gone. Done.
Could you honestly think of more female copies of me and then adding male copies as well? The female would kill the males and then the females would kill each other because they don't like people. So I'd still just be left with me. It wouldn't work for me.
How about you, Milk? What if there were female and male copies of you? What would the world be like?
I'll again, no world. There'll be laughter, and then they'll be dying of laughter afterwards, and then it'd be just me.
Everyone would just be commentating everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything would be a commentary.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely right.
That'd be so true.
Can you unbelievable this? What is it now? Unbelievable! Jess has finally won a playlist. You what? Won a playlist. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They wouldn't speak; they just commentate everything to each other. So
it'd be
musical world, but
it'd be announcer voice all day, every day.
Welcome to.
It wouldn't matter what it is.
Welcome to the 11:35 train to success on the world itself with the BISH BOSH podcast, and you will see with the podcast. It's going to be fantastic. And what?
And for me, what would the world be like with multiple male and female copies of me? I don't know if the world could handle that. And it also depends on what trance this world would be like. Younger trance was wild and crazy. All right, crazy.
Okay. This part, guys, I've known trance for many years. She hasn't told me about her young side as well, so this is quite interesting. Do tell more.
20s trance was totally different than trance nowadays. I mean, I still like to have fun, don't get me wrong, but I was a wild child.
You sound like me when I was younger too.
I know, right? Like there would be parties everywhere. I mean, it'd be a great world to live in, but no one would get anything done. It would just be horrible.
It sounds exactly like me as a teenager.
Yes.
The amount of shoes I lost walking home drunk. Couldn't even tell you.
I walked into my house once when I was a kid, and I hope my dad never sees this because I don't think he ever will, but I hope he doesn't, because I came home one day and I had been drinking with my friend and I was trying to pretend like I wasn't drunk, but pretending like I wasn't drunk was more suspicious than pretending like I was drunk. So I was just quiet. He asked me something and I was like watching the water drip, like staring at it in space, like, whoa. I'm like, what? Yeah. Night, Dad. Love you. That's about the most he got out of me that night. I went to my bed.
I didn't live with my parents, so it was much easier to just kind of go home in someone else's house and, be like, oh yeah, did it again. Sauce, not sauce.
we got a few more comments in my chat before we get to the next question. Luke says Butter by BTS. He wants to hear us sing Butter by BTS. Luke also says he starts singing along with us. Believe when I say I want it that way, and we are 2 worlds apart, can't reach to your heart. Luke goes, okay, enough. And Luke has a question for all of us again.
Okay.
If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends assume you've done for everyone? And before we answer that question, he put another comment about my story. He goes, wow, the water looking real drippy right now. Sober trance. That's what it was. Like it was leaking. Like that whoever had done the dishes didn't shut it all the way off. And I was just like watching it. It's like, whoa. Like that's running water. I was just like, so
what was the question again?
Okay, the question is, if you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends assume you've done? And that question is for everybody.
Mine would be either drunk and disorderly or I've actually stabbed someone.
Okay, that's on brand.
Because that's my go-to when people piss me off. Like, don't make me stab you.
I haven't even known you that long, Jess, except like a couple months, like a few months, right? And I can still say, yeah, that's 100% true. I would totally think that.
I have never stabbed anybody yet. And hopefully I don't. But when people do piss me off, I will just say to them, like, I tell Jordan, I'm like, don't pee me off because I will put you in my freezer. Like, that's my go-to for him. He's gonna go in my freezer because how I describe when people are like, "Oh, but your freezer can't be that big." I'm like, it's enough to fit 2 bodies in. It's big enough. So that's kind of how I tell it. So yeah, I've either stabbed someone or I'm drunk and disorderly. There's nothing else really.
I don't really know what my friends would think I'd done. How about you, Mal? What do you think your friends would think you'd done?
I, to be honest, a bit extreme, to be fair. So I don't really want to say. They probably think, "Oh, what have you done?" Punch, 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 punch. Afterwards, to be honest, I really don't know, but they could.
You're quite calm and collective.
Yeah.
Not quiet, but you seem like kind of a good type. So I think if you got arrested, it would be for something stupid like peeing in the street.
Yeah.
Like stupid like that, I think you'd get arrested for. Because I don't see you going out there committing like a serious crime. So I think it probably would be like peeing in a bush and getting caught.
Hi, Irish Mike. I see your hydrate. I'm hitting that right now for you, buddy.
I tell you what. There we go. Last hydrate of the evening from me, and that will be 2 cans done.
I guess.
And he can pee in a toilet. He won't be going outside.
Drunk. We did drink.
No,
so I guess the only thing I could think of that people might think that I did was go off on the wrong person. Like go off, like legitimately go off on the wrong person. Not necessarily hit them, but cuss them out.
That seems believable.
That's very believable. I mean, okay, I want to ask you guys because I'm a really interesting person in general. So what if you guys had talked to me and I said I'm in jail and I didn't tell you why, what would you think I had done?
What's Hiki done now?
Yes, thank you.
I'm so joking there. No, I do agree with you on like someone's.
Who'd you cuss out, Trance? Who'd you cuss out?
Yeah. What Karen started on you today?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would be a Karen as well.
It would have to be a Karen. It has to be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll be like,
are you on this train, Milk?
I'll be like wondering what the hell's happened to Trance now. Has she started drinking again on that?
Well, he's seen me drunk, so he knows. He knows
that's
that.
That's why. Like, so it's just like, oh. You have to try not to mess about.
Luke says stabbing is the most UK thing ever. First off, Irish Mike hits with that hydrate. Thank you so much for that hydrate, Irish Mike. All the love to you, buddy. We did hit that hydrate, and he said drink, and Luke said definitely vehicular manslaughter. You think I would be vehicular manslaughter, or you think that would be you, Luke? Because
that's mad.
I mean, honestly, I can have some road rage behind the wheel. My cousin rode with me once, and she said, I learned something about you today. I said, what? She goes, I learned that when you get pissed behind the wheel, when you're mad at people, you go ghetto.
Whoa.
I'm like, this is very true. This is very true.
With his comment, it is actually you get less time in prison if you hit someone with your car than you would if you stabbed them. So I mean, it's actually a smart move. You just claim you didn't see them. Make sure you reverse as well.
I didn't see them twice.
Oh no, I mean make sure you hit them from reverse so it doesn't affect
from
the
reverse.
screen.
I thought you meant go over them and go back over them.
Oh no, because then it's definitely not an accident. But then if you reverse, it's not going to affect your windscreen and you didn't see them.
Yeah, it's true.
That, my friends.
I thought way too much about this.
Yeah, I was going to say, I am worried. No, pretty.
I've watched way too many serial killer documentaries.
Luke says his would be arrested for weed production.
Oh my god! Yeah, I think that could be one of them.
That's definitely believable, Luke. Totally.
Yeah. Guys, if you've got any more questions, we'll do it for probably about the next 5 minutes or so. If you've got any more questions, that'll be fantastic. I've got a question for you, Jess.
Oh, go on then.
If you had to choose between Overcooked and GTA racing with us, Which one would you pick the most?
GTA Racing.
Period.
Yeah, didn't even have
That
to
was a
think
very
about
quick
it.
answer. I love it. I love that.
See you later, Overcooked. It's racing.
Fair enough.
Okay.
We
Bella
have
has
so much. We have so much fun racing.
we do.
Let's be honest. I get very competitive in Overcooked and get very bossy. So it's more fun to have fun in GTA. And plus, there's more of a variety. We can change our races and what we're doing and things. Whereas Overcooked is the same things over and over and over again. Malk always doing something wrong or being in the way. You know.
Yeah.
Just being an overall liability. Me and Trance trying to hold the team up together. You know, Shani's there, but she's being quiet, so we never know what she's doing. Yeah, it's GTA is just better.
And ladies and gentlemen, that comment about overcooked is exactly why we call her Jess Ramsey.
Yeah. Now
she's like, go do this. Go do this. No, don't do that. Go do this.
Yeah, I know. That was the rampage kicking in.
It was great. It was great.
I'll never forget that day when Trance decided to do the reverse at that one level. And at that point, Jess was not happy with me up to this point. So when Trance did it, and I was like Jess, I can't do anything. I'm on reverse.
Wasn't that when we were on Versus as well?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. As well, that there's a level. I think it was like for the revolving, like the elevator.
It was the conveyor belt. No, we weren't on Versus on that one. We were actually working co-op, and I hit him with the reverse, and he's like, I can't move on this thing because every time he'd try and go, he'd go the wrong way, and the conveyor would push him the opposite way.
I remember.
He's like, I can't get over there.
And that
I know he got one on the Versus as well because I made him stand in the corner and just did it myself.
Man. You just stand there. I'll just do this. We have another question. This is from Bella. Bella says, you're a mad scientist. What scientific experiment would you run if money and ethics weren't an issue? And that's for everybody.
Oh, I turn people into zombies.
Hell yeah.
I create a zombie virus. But make sure I'm immune to it.
Only you know the antidote.
Are you trying to say, let's go? Look, I've got the experience, guys, of the COD experience, of the zombie experience of it. I can shoot these zombies when they turn into zombies as well. So,
I just have an obsession with zombies. I've watched nearly every zombie film, every zombie series. Like, I just love zombies. Like, I don't know why. I just like these apocalyptic films. Like, I think they look so fun. I'd like an apocalypse to happen, but I'd love to be the cause of it.
Jess, that single statement, that last few seconds that you just said about that tells me so much more about you. And it makes so much more sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What about you, Malk? What experiment would you do if money and ethics were not an issue?
Well, like I said, I would like to do. You know me by now. I would like to do time travel, DeLorean, and stuff for like build my time machine. As though, to be fair, and absolutely amazing. To be fair, because I want to do time travel. I absolutely love it. I'll bring Jess to find out if she did actually start the apocalypse going forward to find out, and then coming back and like, Jess, look at what happened now. Look at what happened then, and don't do it now, because if you
still do it,
and you still do it when I left, yeah, just as I go back.
I love you too, Shiny Cat.
Ah, Shiny Cat. Shiny Cat says, I love Jess even more now, but vampires are better than zombies.
Firefight. Oh no.
I do like vampires though at the same time. So
yeah, vampires are pretty awesome.
I'm not even mad about that, but I've just got an obsession with dead people eating humans. It's some weird obsession. I think there's a few people I'd like to have around me that, if there was a zombie coming at me, I'd use them as a human shield.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
Matt, you'd be safe. You'd already be dead. You're a liability, as we know.
Oh, thanks.
She's got a point. You kind of are. You kind
You
of
are a liability.
We love you. Don't get us wrong, but you kind of are. We love you, Malk.
I remember that.
Does now.
I don't know what to say with that. Yes, I am a liability on overcooked sometimes, but that couple of times, Jess. Remember, I did well when that carnival one. You'll never forget that day. I was in the middle, Malcolm in the middle. Wink, wink. Boom, boom,
boom. Badoom ching.
Yeah, there we go. That was the day where Jess was like, "Holy crap!"
You did do well. You did do well, but there was no rice or anything too
complicated. Yeah, too complicated for me.
And it was still having to demand at you.
Yeah.
For me, true. The experiment question, it would it'd be between one, either time travel, which I love, or two, make a rocket ship and go explore space. No. And just say screw you all, I'm going to space.
Didn't there was a company in the UK called Virgin, as in I think it was Richard Branson. I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard. I think I know what you're talking about.
So he was trying to think of building unless I'm mistaken, he was trying to build one of those rockets for was it Virgin Atlantic? Was it, or something like in those lines where you can build a rocket to go up to space for so many months or something and then come back, and you don't even realise you was only there for 5 seconds and then come back. Do you know what I mean? But you spent 3 months over there, to be fair. So, but that's what...
He also wants to send people to Mars.
That was it, yeah.
I'd be down for that. I'd go to Mars.
He did. He wanted to send people, but the only thing was that they couldn't come back.
Oh.
So you had to basically live then on Mars.
That's
if I had the opportunity, I would make it where we could all travel. Like legit, I would figure out the science behind it and make it where we could travel the universe. Because that would be hella cool.
See, I just don't understand the fascination with time travel either, though.
I love time travel too.
Do you mean going back or forward?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of with Bella. Because Bella said, I'm going to make a portal that can enter in every universe, gaming, TV shows, flipped universes, alternate timelines, and shit. And I'm kind of like that. I forward and back, maybe alternate timelines, parallel universes. That type of thing is really cool to me. I'm interested in that. But I'm also interested in space, hard. So, I would love to go to space.
For me, personally, I like to know, for me, my dad's side as well, how he... Because I never saw my dad, ever.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, so it was I wanted to see him in the past to see what he was like. But then in the future, I'd like to know how everyone else has grown from this. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Yep. How have I grown from being a time traveler to being a super time traveler, or could be a super?
But then you've got the point of going backwards would hurt because it would drag up a lot of memories, and it might not be what you want to know. And then also going forward, and you want to see everyone. But what if you find out then that someone's died, and you know exactly how they die, and then you've got the predicament then of knowing how they die, when they die, but you can't tell them, and you can't prevent it.
Correct.
Well, if ethics aren't an issue, then it's whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I just thought about it. I was like, okay, I was thinking about traveling the universe. No, actually, I want to revamp that answer just a little bit. I would want to build a Stargate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to build a Stargate. I want to go check out other planets.
Yeah. Shiny Cats just said, that's very Doctor Who time travel, Jess.
Yes,
we have a few comments in my chat too.
And that's where I watch it from. That's where I've kind of thought of that bit from. I love Doctor Who as well. I'm a geek.
So. Oh, Jess.
Doctor Who's amazing. I love Doctor Who too.
It's a bit too bad. I didn't like it since they brought a woman on. Not being sexist, but it doesn't fit it right.
No.
Yeah. Luke says, "Oh boy, I sure love human genocide." Okay, wow, I know you're being sarcastic. I get that. Irish Mike sent some flames and some hearts. Thank you so much for that. Luke goes, "Dead people eating people." Irish Mike also said, "Doritos, chips, and give, please." Luke goes, "That's Castlevania." And Bella goes, "Awesome show. Would recommend. Trevor could wreck me." And Luke says, "Alucard's mom, though." Bella says, "She's a whole MILF, yes." So that's the conversation that's going on in my chat right now.
Oh, dear. But yeah, it's mad scenes. But I'm glad to have Shiny Cat in the chat as well, and Aries come back from her lurk as well. So hello, Aries. Hope
Welcome back.
So it's all good. But I mean, I love Doctor Jess. It's like proper Midlands massive as well, because you are top notch when you said Doctor Who, and you love
Doctor Who as well.
I'll tell you what. Who's your favourite Doctor that you watched? That's a good question, actually. Who's your favourite Doctor Who?
I haven't watched as many of the seasons, so I haven't watched many of the seasons. I've only watched a couple, so I mean, I can answer that on limited terms.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
It would be Tennant. It'd be Tennant.
Yeah, it'd have to be Tennant. He was
just so good. He was so good.
So for me, you always remember the first Doctor, and obviously it was Christopher Eccleston. And I know he only did the one series, but David Tennant brought it to another level. And there's similarity to what Tom Baker did, the Fourth Doctor, back in the 70s and early 80s as well. So he was like the same character, not same character type stuff, but they have that different characteristics, but similarities and stuff. But it's all good. But he loves, David Tennant. And then Matt Smith was good. I liked Matt Smith. I liked
Matt Smith, but he was no David Tennant. Like, there comes a time where you can't replace people.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's very hard to fill up to big shoes. And he did such a good job, but he never filled them.
Absolutely. And then, I love Peter Capaldi, but I didn't watch much of his episodes, to be fair, because I loved him when he did The Thick of It. I don't know if you've heard of the show, The Thick of It. It was where he just effing and blinding at, like, everything. And it's like the proper Scottishman. And he's absolutely funny. But for him as a Doctor Who, I loved how he did some of the episodes, but I was put off. And then when they brought Jodie Whittaker, is it Whittaker? Is it the surname? But she was like, no. I don't know what it was. I think that the stories have gone, unless I'm mistaken, I feel like the stories have gone downwards a bit, or slowly going down as the new Doctors come in and stuff. But there have been rumours about new Doctor coming in and new show runner.
I hope it goes back to a man, because the thing, it just don't sit right with a woman, and it's nothing to do with sexism or anything, but like the Ghostbusters, for instance, when they remade that with women, I love all those actresses, sorry.
Yeah.
But my God, no, like, they just killed it. Some things they just do wrong, and I think sticking a woman in it just did not help. The Doctor has always been a man.
Yeah.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Good point.
I think that they saw what they did with the Master, with Missy as well, and they thought, oh, what is that going to be interesting to see? And then in the recent series, I think it was last one or the recent one before, they brought him back as the man. And again, I'm not being sexist. I do apologize in anything like that possibility, but it's just they brought him back as a man, and that was interesting, to be fair. And that brought a bit of a shock, as well as the excitement that what's going to happen so far. So that's what we love about it with Doctor Who. But again, they need to improve massively, because it's a show where it's the longest running sci-fi show ever. I think it's going to be on the 38th season, 39th, I think it is.
Yeah, it's been around a long time.
And it's always been, but I know you said David Tennant was your favourite and all the other stuff. Have you watched any of his shows after you've watched Doctor Who or beforehand?
I watch anything David Tennant.
Dr. Tennant. Oh my gosh.
That
Yeah, I like anything with David Tennant in, to be honest. I think he's just such a good actor, and he can play any role. It doesn't matter what it is, he'll do it. Like in the Nativities, he was in those, and he played such a good actor. But then he was in like Broadchurch, which was a very serious thing, and then he was in Doctor Who, which is obviously sci-fi and complete. He can do so many different roles. I think as an actor, he's got such an amazing talent that you just can't get it anywhere.
I think, I will be honest, I don't know if it was true at the time, but I heard rumours like he wanted to go on a bit longer, but he didn't want to outstay his welcome as well in Doctor Who. So he would have done.
But he was very well loved, so I mean,
I think it was because he was worried not about the time cast or anything like that, but I think it was more about he didn't want to outstay his welcome in Doctor Who, which is understandable because Tom Baker is still the longest running Doctor at the time, and still is now with 7 seasons or 7 years of the show itself, and no one has got past it. Only Dr. Tennant in Jess's case.
Dr. Tennant.
He could be my doctor all day long. I wouldn't complain.
Oh, I think we found out Jess's celebrity crush.
Oh yeah, he's definitely up there. But then, to be fair, most of the people I end up liking are gay. So.
All right, okay, guys. I love the Doctor Who conversation. I'm great, but we're getting way behind on some of these conversations that are in our chats too.
Yes,
we can come back to this. We do have 2 questions. First off, before I hit the questions, Irish Mike showed us a lot of love again. Thank you so much, Irish Mike. All the love to you, buddy. Irish Mike says, love y'all's show. Thank you so much, Irish Mike. I'm so happy to have you here, buddy. There's and we gotta rehydrate, so we gotta drink.
I'm
from
sorry.
Irish Mike. Are you out? Are you out? Oh no.
I know.
I got your hydrate. Okay, so the 2 questions that we have in my chat, and you can run through your catch-ups on your chat first, Mal, because there's some stuff that's going behind.
Shiny Cat, thank you for all the chats so far. Shiny Cat says all my tech devices are names after Doctor Who things, and obviously Shiny Cat's favourite Doctor Who was David Tennant as well. Shiny Cat says he lives and breathes it. He married a Doctor Who daughter in real life and still does the radio episodes. Yes, he does. It was Peter Davison who was the 5th Doctor.
Yeah.
5th Doctor's daughter, I think it was. Yeah, 5th Doctor's daughter as well. Shiny with the love. Thank you so much so far. Shiny Cat. I love River Song too. She's an amazing character. Thick of It is hysterical. The writing hasn't been the same since Stephen Moffat left. I do agree. The write-ups have been absolutely shocking since he left. But again, who would you like to see as the new showrunner to do it? That's the main question. Talking Boy, that's what's going to happen. And then she also said David Tennant was great in Casanova and Jessica Jones. Yes, he did absolutely amazing. That was where he did a lot of the Casanova episodes, and then he was rumoured to be the new Doctor when Christopher Eccleston had issues with the BBC at the time, which is the British Broadcasting Corporation, which does the Doctor Who stuff. That was where Christopher Eccleston had to leave because of issues ongoing at the time, and that's when David Tennant came in. I was like, yeah. This is going to be interesting, and he did it absolutely spot on, and I think that I think himself and Matt Smith are thinking of coming back for like another special as well. So that's what I've heard as well. But
okay, next question that we have from Bella, and I love it because I love it when we get on topics that we all are about, and we love to listen to each other talk about it. Bella says, if your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first? And that's to all of us.
Food, eat.
Food,
eat. Like, wow. I don't know.
What about you, Jess?
I'm going to skip this one. Just because I didn't have very good 5-year-old self. So I had troubles then. So I'm going to skip that because it's a bit too daunting for me.
I got you. My 5-year-old self, I don't remember much about being 5. I'm not gonna lie, but I do know I was into like getting out and getting into stuff. So my 5-year-old self would probably go out and probably drive myself around and see all the cool things that I could do as an adult.
Yeah.
That's about. I mean, it's really minimal because like I know that I wanted to be a singer when I was younger, and but I'm in a place right now. Like my 5-year-old self would probably be like, "Oh, have I become a singer?" No, I haven't. I play video games, which my 5-year-old self would be okay with too.
And we sing.
I play video games all day.
Yeah.
And we karaoke.
Karaoke, yes, karaoke for sure. Luke also asked us a question. Oh, if you could experience one game for the first time again, what would it be for all of us?
Say it again.
If you could experience one game for the first time again, what would it be?
GoldenEye, N64, first time on there, and you hear that music, that built-in music. Sorry, I'm just getting excited because it was just amazing. And you'd be like, pew, 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 pew.
Jess, how about you?
I'm trying to think.
Well, while you're thinking, I'll answer mine. It's kind of a toss-up. Because my biggest gaming influences were on the original PlayStation, it would probably have to be either Final Fantasy VIII or Legend of Dragoon.
I'll make that decision
Toss
for
up.
you, Trans. I'll make that
Toss
decision.
up.
No. There's no toss up. I'll make that decision for you for FF8 end of series. Let's do it. Bish bash bosh.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. Okay. He decided for me, guys. He decided for me.
I'm so sorry, Trans. Trans is like, how dare you do that to me?
So it's just a game that we want to relive again for the first time.
Yes. For the first time.
Yeah. Any game that you play, like Black Ops, would you play?
Mine would probably be COD.
Yeah.
Like the multiplayer side of it, because when I first went onto it, I'm like, yeah, no, I ain't doing this. I don't like people shooting at me. And then went back to zombies. So I'd like to experience it again now, like for the first time, actually being able to shoot back at people rather than them trying to eat my face.
Yeah.
No worries.
Luke has a couple comments. He said, now let's hypothetically, I have 12.6 thousand points, and for the sake of argument, would use all those on hydrate. Mike agrees, and they said, hydrating 126 times, and that's all in my chat right now.
So from the comments I've got is Shani saying hi to Shiny. Shani saying hi to Shiny. I can't stop saying it because I'm saying it wrong. Shani says my 5-year-old self-discovered gaming for the first time. Got a Sega Master System 2 for my 5th birthday. Sweet. Shiny misses Shani on GTA Nights. BioShock 2 for first time experience of a game again as well. And Shani says, oh, I miss you. Yeah, we all miss you.
We miss everybody. We miss everybody. All the hearts to everybody. We love you guys. All of you guys who are here, thank you so much for being here. We love y'all. We love y'all having a good time chilling with us. It's really awesome to us that y'all come every week and check in on us and enjoy this wonderful show with us. We love it. We love it.
Right, guys, we are. I know I said from 2 hours 25 minutes ago. I said it'd be 5 minutes. It turned into 25 minutes
because we had questions. They came up.
I know.
And we
got on Dr. Houston. Yeah, and we got our geek on. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely, okay. Absolutely.
Now you can call this the Geeking Out episode.
I'll tell you what, Jess. Geeking Out episode, the Jess Ramsey episode, or the karaoke episode. What would you like to be called as this episode name? The title name.
You get to pick your title.
Geeking Out with Karaoke Ramsey.
Geeking Out with Karaoke Ramsey.
I love it. I love it.
Bish bash bosh.
Yeah, that tops it off with a tosh as well.
You can't make me pick between 3 things that I like.
Well, I was trying to let you decide.
I'm female. I'll obviously find a way to put them all together and get what I want.
She's right. We've known Jess long enough to know this.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and you just like, yeah. when you
Oh,
plan,
no,
it's
I've
like,
loved it. It's been so fun. I'm glad I got to come on this one.
I'm
oh,
glad you did
cool.
too. We miss you so much.
It was
We
meant
did,
to be that I was supposed to go and get drunk last weekend, so I could come on this one.
yeah.
Exactly. See?
The
Oh my god.
universe.
Oh my god! Can you imagine? Can you imagine when if Jess came on last week? If the podcast was on, like, all right, and she's drunk on stream as well. Can you imagine that? That would be hilarious. But then
Me
she would
drunk
kill.
is just too funny. You wouldn't
I'm
handle
funny
me
when I'm drunk too. I'm hilarious when I'm drunk. Everybody last night found that out in GTA RP. I kept telling everybody, just so you know, I'm a little drunk in my head.
Lol.
Everybody do this now.
Yeah.
Luke says why, and he had a misinput. He typed a Y in our chat. And he
Oh.
said, so y'all are on Spotify in it. That's what he said.
You're on Spotify. Yeah, that is true. We are on
I
Spotify.
can't say it right, Luke. I'm sorry.
Spotify. That's all. So here we go, guys. I think
We are.
we are. I believe we're about to stop the stream. I think that's our time. We are hitting the 3 hour mark. Trad said at the start of the stream, we are not hitting 3 hours. We was doing so well.
We
Look
were
what
doing
happened.
so good. And we got our geek on. That's what happened. I
Get the
told you.
geek on.
We got our geek on. I love it. I love it.
Get the geek on with the karaoke from Ramsey. Bish bash.
Oh, you need the link? I got you. Hang on, Luke. I got you. Give me a second. Go ahead and finish everything up. I'm gonna give him the link to our podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the baby to bed.
No worries. I'm going to stop the stream now, Jess, so you can shoot off if you want to. It's up to you. But thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, to ask you to join us in this podcast. And I personally, I am delighted because you are an absolutely amazing person. And I'm so glad I've met you via Shani because we're all here to help. And I really do hope you aim to get that affiliated as quickly as possible.
If you guys do not already follow Purplebot, go to her channel right now, hit that follow, and get her up there. She's working on getting affiliation. We want to get her the people so that all she's got to do is get the time in, and then we're good to go. So make sure you go to purplebot101 on Twitch if you have not already been. Definitely give her that love. She's amazing. We love her. We have so much fun when we do GTA races together. And when we do Overcooked and she goes into Jess Ramsey mode. Totally awesome. So
but just remember me when you guys, up there and you've got wait lists on your Spotify podcasts and all this, that I can come again. Whenever you got space, I'm here.
Here, I'm gonna give you all the shout out as well. He got me.
So yeah. Don't forget about me and your podcast when you're all up there.
No,
and you've got
never.
No.
Otherwise, I'll just come gate crash anyway.
What the hell? Why did it give my link? Hang on a second.
So I could just imagine what's going to happen. Shani says, I know Spotify. Do you mean you haven't got Spotify or you know Spotify? I'm not sure what you mean. If you have got Spotify or Apple Podcast, we are on there only up to episode 6 at the moment. Absolutely amazing. Shannon says, "Is everyone going back?" Well, I'll see how it goes. I'll probably be on for a bit of RP after this. I'm not sure. We'll let you know in a minute. And then, obviously, thank you, Shani, for the shout out to Jess, aka Purplebot. You forgot the 101, Shani. You had one job with that. You had one job.
I don't know why it's sending you to my page, but there's Jess's page.
Yeah. So yeah.
Aw, thank you, Shiny Cat. Thank you so much. We love having you here, Shiny Cat. Thank you so much for being here with us.
It's what I like.
Shiny says that they don't have. She don't have
Oh,
Spotify.
okay. That's fair enough, and that's why she said, "I certainly don't use it. That's why I like catching you live." Yeah, Shani, I'll let you off just this one. So you did miss the 101. Jess is going to kill you with the Ramsey mode afterwards.
Luke, I know the spot. Luke, that's not my job. Malk puts those up there. He's the one that makes the titles. Luke says your Spotify titles could be better.
I am.
I bet mine's going to be epic, though.
Yeah.
He says, tease the main discussion and announce the guest is what he means.
Oh, okay. It's just basically I'll try and rename it afterwards.
He said, but that's my input. Cool face with a thumbs up.
Yeah, that's very cool. No, it was, if you got any suggestions or any ideas that you'd like to send us some ideas over to me.
And guys, you guys can hit us up at any time. Most of y'all follow us on Discord. You can also hit any of our socials up. Mine are on my page. I'm sure Mout's are on his page. Just hit us up if you want to contact us for whatever reason. Y'all know, and anybody who's a streamer who would like to be on the show, who's not on the show list already, definitely hit us up, because if we don't have you like right this season, we're going to do a second season at the beginning of next year. So we will definitely try and get you on then, and we'll probably have some return guests, and we're going to try and mix things up. We want to get as many people as we can shared and support all of our friends, and definitely give you guys a time to shine. So
absolutely. Shiny Cats is so excited for next week. Love her. But yeah, it should be absolutely amazing. So as I just said, Shiny Cat will be with us next week.
So excited to have you, Shiny.
But yes, I'm going to bid you all a good night now, so I can try and get this one back up to bed.
Night, Purplebot. We're closing it out anyway. So everybody, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having me.
No worries,
thank
Jess.
you for being here, Jess.
Much love. Bye.
Bye.
All drink. I'm the only person with a drink.
So, well, unfortunately, I am gone with the drinks because I've already had 2 cans already. And
I don't think Jess had anything either. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's the first time we've had a guest who had to bounce out before we were able to close everything out. But that's okay. First time for everything, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. We love y'all.
So, any last requests? Any last bits from yourself, Trans, before we kick off?
Nope. Just check out us on Spotify if you missed the first 6 episodes that we had in the season. And we will get the other episodes up as soon as possible. So definitely check that out. And we love you all. All the love to everybody. And if you want to be on the show and you're not already on our list, give us a call, message, whatever. And we'll get you in. Call us.
Call
you don't have our numbers, but call us anyway.
Yeah.
You call Discord call. That works.
Yeah. It works.
Yeah, see? It works.
See?
I'm thinking.
I like your thinking, Sunshine. That's it.
Bye, guys. So much. Love you guys so much.
Ta-ra, bit. See you next week for the end of the BISH BOSH for episode 12. Oh, sorry, this is episode 11. End of it. We'll be back for next week for episode 12. Ta-ra, bit. Bye-bye.
Bye.